What's
Pause.
going on? Pause.
We have a tool.
DauT is
Out.
doing something. Let's go into DauT's point of view. What's
He doesn't
going on
wear
there?
his headphones still.
What's going on? Just looking down there.
He has to
What's
read,
happening?
read
Like,
up on his
oh
strategy again.
no, I've picked Malians.
I was gonna pick... Oh, shit.
Oh, maybe that was a mistake.
Okay, we had a tool, you said. So is it working or do I do something?
Yeah, it should be working. You just go full 4 watt speed and then you click for toggle on off.
Yeah.
You press that plus. Yeah, exactly. After it is running, I believe. Oh, Villese guys. Oh, not helping. Okay. Well, maybe DauT is asking for something behind the scenes and not really sure what's happening there.
LaaaaaN is standing up. DauT is having issues.
We can see the shadow of the overlay guy as well.
Has a great
Look at
shadow.
that. Behind DauT. So many lights.
Yeah, like DauT is just still paused in the game. It doesn't alt tab or anything, so I'm really wondering what his issue is. Maybe his mouse is moving a bit awkwardly. Maybe.
And
So he's currently saving the game. Oh, he doesn't have small trees.
Really?
See, if you check his point of view, if we check DauT's point of view, he should be POV1. You can see that he's trying to save, and you can see the trees are. There's no grid mode. There's no. I had the same issue yesterday. My first game against TaToH. Grid mode was activated. Christmas mod, everything. No grid. There was no grid mode. I didn't have
Christmas mod.
Yeah, I didn't have small trees. Christmas mode was activated. So I assume that's what DauT's issue is here, right?
Yeah, and they're just saving. So does that count as being late? Because the
1-0
rules
for
said
LaaaaaN.
the rules said
10%.
not being in the apartment in time, but being ready to play.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think they should just restart
Well,
because
he still has 25 minutes until his game is supposed to start. To
yeah,
be fair.
no. Yeah. And I think they shouldn't restore.
I think they should just restart as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't like none of them have anything they can like use from this game.
Yeah,
so.
but they did save, so
Yeah, he did put the restore.
well, we'll see. Land? No, DauT is just jumping and taking a look at it.
Small
now
trees are now working.
he's going for some regicide action.
I don't see a grid mod for him. Not sure if he wants that or not.
Oh,
leaked.
Oh boy.
Leaked.
Ah! Okay, I asked you, or you said you will cast a series today. Why did you pick this one?
Because I didn't want to cast other ones.
Thanks.
No, like last game, I don't want to cast that late and right after playing. Manchester United are playing at 9. And first game was a little bit early for my taste.
Okay.
Was quite late today. Or yesterday.
Are casters in the same room as the players?
Yes.
That's why we are whispering.
No, but unfortunately we have overlay guy.
Fortunately, yeah. The runner, basically.
Yeah.
How sick are you? Because I just saw DauT using a tissue. How you want to
I felt a little bit iffy yesterday, but I'm feeling fine today. I took Galametol, German thing I've been introduced to. I'm not sure if it's German, but I learned about it in Germany. Limousine, all these German good stuff.
You took a limousine to the NAC?
Not a limousine, Lemozin.
Ah.
You know, you suck on it. It's a medicine kind of thing. Don't give me that look. We're gonna jump into the game soon. Oh god.
Okay.
All right. So LaaaaaN still has issues, or DauT has issues. Can we go double POV?
Let's go double POV. Bam. Seeing everything behind the scenes. So they're restoring. They really shouldn't restore.
Cameras are big now.
Yeah, we increased them a bit. Nice, right?
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay, and it is Bermanos directly picked. Overlay guy, could they please start a new game? Otherwise we cannot jump into the game, and I think well, maybe saving those 15 seconds doesn't make too much sense for us. Overlay guy just went in there shaking his head and like, nah, not like this.
Why would they even go through the trouble to restart a game that is 2 seconds? Maybe DauT looked at the map and was like, oh, map is sick. I want to save.
So much wood.
Yeah.
And then like, okay. It was no small wood mod.
Indeed.
What happened to your hand?
I broke it.
Doing what?
No, I played a lot for like a couple hours. Like I played a few hours games now and then, and after some of my longer streams, I started feeling like annoyance, sort of.
Okay.
Tiredness in my wrist. So I'm pretty much using this just to like stabilize and give it some rest.
Okay.
Pretty much. It doesn't affect my game. It's all good.
Okay. Phew.
It's just precaution.
So we can still blame Debbie if you lose a game, not your wrist.
No.
Okay.
Carpal tunnel. I'm not sure if that's what it's called.
I'm not sure.
I thought it would be that as well, but Debbie told me it's not. And she knows. She knows a lot of things. So, yeah.
Okay. Goddy. Okay.
She's also accusing me.
Guys dancing.
Also accusing me of the issue being the other thing, but I don't know.
Was the issue of being the other
let's
thing?
just focus on the game.
What is the issue of being
Let's
the
just
other
focus
thing?
on the game.
What is the issue of being the other thing?
I said she still accuses me. No. Focus on the game. All right.
Okay, let's do a professional caster intro.
We have Burmese against Malians.
Hello.
Surprise.
Okay, so no surprise there, because we already saw it and we had the game before. So we are speeding up, and then we should be with the normal speed all game long here. And you told me to look.
Yeah,
Where should I look?
I just want to say, look at the distance between the two players. They're actually super close to each other. I just clicked those things.
Okay.
Yeah. They're actually super close to each other, and yes, they're close to each other.
Okay, and being close to each other means most of the
I
time
was focusing. Okay.
a lot of aggression is rewarded, from what I heard. And who is better in early feudal age, Burmese or Malians?
Both of them have different strengths here. Malians obviously typical transition, usually men-at-arms into some sort of range units. While Burmese also typical to open with men-at-arms. You get that plus extra attack on your infantry with Malians per age, not with Burmese per age. So, like the first minute and a half or 2 minutes in feudal age should be stronger for Burmese if they both go men-at-arms. But Malians with their really strong economy, and they get the cheaper buildings and wood cost rabat. That is cheaper, so they also. But then again, Burmese also gets the wood upgrade for free. So both of them have really powerful early economies. But the thing is, like I would say, Malian's transition to Castle Age and with the unit compositions towards Castle Age is really powerful. While Burmese might be looking to head for the Arambai as the game goes on.
So Arambai obviously the main unit of Burmese, and we have seen LaaaaaN opening a lot in the last days, like small army, 4 walls, and then go for his strong either unique units or just boom a lot and try to make a good push early Imperial Age. And well, with Burmese and a short distance, I feel like a Arambai plus Mangonels could be lethal. Yeah, we don't have that running at the moment. We try to add that one for you in between, and yeah, you don't have it running on the desktop. Exactly, admin mode would be good. And well, we are hunting the first boar here and going for the berries here at the side. And yeah, so main goals for here, as we said, cliffs and well, lots of important stone spots go to the frontier as well. But DauT, he has a solid map in the back. Not the greatest war spot here to the right-hand side. Needs to be something big, but I think the main push will really come through the center. Cliffs could maybe help out LaaaaaN a bit more. He can do some downhill damage there. Only 3 on wood here. That's kind of special for a Burmese player, because most of the time we want to see Burmese player go for men-at-arms. And not having any Dark Age bonuses means normally 4 on wood is the standard to go for. DauT actually scouting into the somewhat wrong direction here, I would say. And see the relic goes further to the right, so he will lack quite some intel.
Yeah, it's also you don't expect your opponent to be this close to you usually. So both of them will scout further away. You see LaaaaaN as well, he's scouting towards where he expects DauT to potentially be. Neither of them does expect to be this close to each other, and again, it should...
Now he should know.
Actually, LaaaaaN has the relics with Burmese vision, you're right. So LaaaaaN should realize that, okay, this is actually where he has to be.
Yeah, that's so sweet for him. And he saw the 3-tile gold spot. As you all know, 3-tile gold spot means a neutral one, maximum minimum distance to the next player there as well. And, well, DauT, he also builds his barracks that he still feels like DauT or LaaaaaN is at the top here somewhere.
Yeah, he does have a house on the left side of the gold as well, so he does have an easy wall off towards, like, to protect his gold either way. But yeah, he still doesn't know exactly. I think he will realize fairly soon his scouting is now starting to make more sense for him, so he will pick up on LaaaAN's position soon enough. I really wonder if transitions once they realize that they're this close. You see, DauT is like now he realized, okay, LaaaAN has to be up there, and yeah, it's DauT looks like he wants to go for men-at-arms. Usually this might not be recommended against Burmese because you're likely to lose the men-at-arms fight. LaaaAN just now, no. Okay, I completely. Okay, it's okay. Never mind. My bad. LaaaAN now dropping the barracks, so his barracks is up way later than DauT's, but I am guessing it's still gonna be men-at-arms from him as well. He is now transitioning to gold as well, as we see.
Is DauT going for men-at-arms because he sends 3 on gold now? He already has the barracks. Okay, now both adding militia, but why do you go on 3? I learned. My coach told me send 2 on gold if you go men-at-arms.
I completely agree with that. Your coach must be a clever guy. And my script is not working.
Your script, who is a clever guy and who isn't? Yeah, maybe we can get the overlay guy, or maybe we can get a hotfix in between the 2 games, and yeah, we will see.
Let's
I think you did you run it in admin mode?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
It might be working now.
Okay. Looks. Oh yeah, it's
okay,
working for the Viper as well.
Good stuff. All right, focus on game now. So DauT knows where LaaaAN is as well now, and he is starting that house wall off to protect the northern side. I predict them, at least I predict DauT to go for range fairly shortly after. And then the question is how LaaaAN is going to transition this. Again, I did point out that you might want to be aiming for that Arambai composition, but then again, like there's some weak moments in the game where you're vulnerable in the late feudal age and early castle age. And in general, just transitions from Malians are so much smoother. And
First scout fight here, and well, it seems like LaaaAN should have more HP here. Militia went to the other side, so they cannot really help out. For going over there to the left-hand side, man-at-arm upgrade for both players on the way. LaaaAN will get the full scout of these 2 villagers on gold, and now the big fight here, 4 against 4 man-at-arms. As we said earlier, LaaaAN should have the small advantage.
yeah, indeed. DauT's man-at-arm upgrade should kick in slightly faster, but then again, the fight is already happening. DauT does have a villager there as well on top of this, so that villager damage is actually going to help out a lot, and I think that actually is going to make this a worthwhile... DauT had some issues there. Okay, this is turning out incredibly well for LaaaAN, all things considered.
Oh, and he gets the scout behind this as well. 4 still left against 2. DauT needs to quick wall, but we know how that looks like, and the villagers on the wrong side. Men-at-arms are still chasing down. He needs to send that villager away. Only 1 on gold now. Luckily, the palisade wall with enough HP, and he left the gap at the front here to squeeze in the archer range. And now he has to build at what I feel a horrible place.
Yeah, it's not ideal for sure, but he just needs... Right now, this is like something he can't control. It's out of his control. So he has to get a range up just to get those range units out so he can actually fend these men-at-arms away. My question now is, like, LaaaAN's follow-up, he also did an archer range already faster even, and is adding an archer and a skirmisher behind it. So they're both playing very similar right now. Obviously, LaaaAN got the better end of the trade, the first initial trade, but I don't think those men-at-arms are really going to do much more from now on. So I think this should transition into a fairly equal early feudal age game.
Okay, I have to question you. If you know you are Malians and you know that a straight-up 4v4 fight is never going into your favor, should you go for 5 men-at-arms just to make it even?
It depends. I don't know, like, in that case you know that you're going to be sacrificing more economy because you will spend 80 more resources on that extra men-at-arm. So it's all about, like, I normally tend to just like, okay, I'll just take the trade if we're going to transition into like range units afterwards anyway. Then I usually figure it's fine to just take the trade as cost effectively as possible, and then there should be maybe 1, maybe 2 men-at-arms left alive, and then you should be able to deal with those with your follow-up units.
Okay. So yeah, LaaaAN still with the 4 men-at-arms. I didn't like that he didn't try to commit anything there. He ran around a bit. The 1 archer is now chasing away. He didn't even try to micro against the archer. Now goes back. But DauT, well, is doing the right job. Goes back as well. At the moment, KD 4-1. LaaaAN 4 military ahead.
Some of them are the men-at-arms though. Yeah, LaaaAN's army is looking scary right now, but I like what DauT is doing. He's going for the blacksmith first instead of a second archer range. LaaaAN doesn't have a blacksmith yet, so fletching will come in for DauT faster, which should give him the opportunity to micro more these initial fights. But LaaaAN is doing a blacksmith himself, so there is only a small time window here for DauT to actually make use of that fletching.
Well, if you're that heavily outnumbered, I think he can't even do that much with his fletching. Man-at-arm is going to die as well. It's still 4 men-at-arms.
It's a Malian man-at-arm though. He tanks quite a bit against those.
We will see. Malians, well, still sniping those men-at-arms now. They didn't have the highest HP though, and yeah, DauT with fletching is holding here.
Indeed. That's all you need. Like when, in Feudal Age, when there's such small numbers, having fletching is so huge. Right now we need to look at the farm count for them. That's usually a big tell of how their economies are going to develop. Both of them look like they have fairly similar food economies, so yeah, they're very similar. So I think, again, we're looking at a very close game here. DauT adding a second archery range. LaaaN hasn't showed a sign of a second building yet, so I'm really curious what LaaaN's follow-up plan is here. I see a villager moving now towards the back. Okay, it was just for Lumbercamp. I was wondering if he would go for the back stone. He has a back stone on the top, so that is obviously an opportunity for him to try and make a switch to Arambai. But still, it's again, it's so dangerous in the early castle age when you're trying to go for that castle, because it slows down your uptime, and Arambai is also quite a weak unit against range units, which is kind of Malian's speciality in the early castle age.
Yeah, you have to complement them with mangonels for sure to have a good counter against that, but we all know DauT with his incredible splits can easily out-micro those mangonels. Or am I confused player? Not really sure. What I really like about LaaaN's map is how he is using his cliffs here. He's walling to the edge, didn't finish the left-hand side though, and didn't finish the right-hand side, so he walled a lot, but isn't really safe at the moment.
Yeah, indeed, he is still open on top side, also on the left side. Those are, like, DauT will have to go a long way to actually get in here. He is moving with his army to the top side. DauT himself being fully walled just now, so the army of LaaaN should not do much. It's also mainly skirms, which also is not an army that kills villagers very fast. While DauT in the meantime has 4 archers moving on the top side, so he could really catch LaaaN off guard there and get a few villager kills.
Yeah, but honestly, 4 archers, 2 skirmishers. I don't understand why LaaaN didn't continue to wall.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah, it actually is very strange. DauT is going back though. That's super confusing to me. Maybe he thinks LaaaN is just fully walled and thinks this is a waste of time. I think that's actually what's happening right now. DauT deciding to turn back and head back, and probably wants to trap the army of LaaaN here. But yeah, it's super strange. DauT is adding scouts himself.
Ooh, skirms at the front, not taking the very best engagement, but closing down the distance now. And
yeah.
Did get 2 kills? 4 kills?
DauT
What's happening?
DauT doesn't have armor either, neither does LaaaN. But
5 kills for nothing.
He killed all the archers, and he still, again, he has those 4 archers and 2 skirms coming from the top, looking to trap those, which they should. They're running into a blind valley right now, alley rather, where they're going to be trapped. And yeah, good moves by DauT, which is kind of what he wants. All you want here is to make sure you get a lead in the military count as Malians, and then hopefully transition that to a dominant early castle age lead as well.
Yeah, would be sweet for him. Now the Wolf is helping up. He clears up all the army. DauT starting off with the 4-1 KD. He now has 13-7. LaaaN is walling up behind this. And DauT did build a stable, but did realize, okay, I'm winning the fight. I don't even need to add any scouts.
Very good decision by DauT. Don't delay your castle age further. LaaaN is on the way up just now, while DauT is gonna follow in not too, like, he's a little bit low on food still. Might be worth it for him to add a market and buy a couple of hundred. But yeah, then again, Burmese aren't really that scary early castle age, because you very rarely see them go for crossbows, very rarely see them go for skirms, because you don't get any armor upgrades past the first one. I do like what LaaaN did though. If you noticed, he did leave like 3-4 archers and a skirm at this wood line on top, so he was actually ready just in case DauT would sneak archers around.
Yeah, that was really, well, nice. He knew that is the exposed area of his map, is walling up the left-hand side. But DauT, he's a guy just going straight through the center.
Indeed. LaaaN is putting 5 villagers on stone right now, so that indicates that he wants to transition to Arambai, but the question here is, it's quite late. He's already 55% on the way to castle age, and Arambai are not going to be coming in soon, so he might be going for like elite skirmisher defense and like town centers, and then follow up with Arambai as the game goes on. But the question is then, can he actually survive once, like, I assume the reason Malians are so good in early castle age is because you can afford thumb ring, you get ballistic super fast, and you can go skirms and crossbows, and it's just like such a scary composition and army to deal with in the early castle age.
LaaaN is actually going for the +1 defense for his horses and is building stable, so he's going for skirms +9 here, trying to counter DauT's army.
Could also be elephant, but yeah, it wouldn't really make too much sense. DauT himself is adding in a scout or 2 right now, so he wants to also be putting on some pressure on those skirms with a few cavalry units. Could also be knights from DauT, and as we see, LaaaN is actually, well, we can't see it right now, but LaaaN is actually adding elephant. surprisingly.
Oh, interesting. DauT, as we can see, has no idea about that and now is going back, sends one scout in. Look at that, he added one scout, or maybe even two scouts to get some vision, and that's just a beautiful, beautiful play.
I think it wasn't for vision, I think it was primarily to fight the skirms, but right now he realizes that LaaaN is in Castle Age, so therefore DauT is going to use the scout to just run around, catch up whatever info he can, and then use that to decide his follow-up here.
I really love to look at people early Castle Age and what they're focusing, what the first clicks are. So instantly getting the University, Crossman, Botkin here, and yeah, gets everything rolling, gets the scout off. Nice start into Castle Age.
Indeed, and Malians, he's doing at least... Oh! LaaaN actually bought bought stone, and is actually doing a castle right away. But this is the thing as well, like DauT is going for this, like Malians as well get their University upgrades are 80% faster?
Yes.
Yes, I know things. And he's gonna have ballistics, so right away LaaaN needs to get mangonels out as soon as possible as well. And this mangonel, like adding a mangonel in Siege Workshop, also is gonna delay your second town center and such. So yeah, the Siege Workshop is going up as well. Usually the way it used to be played when Burmese were like clearly the most broken civ because the Arambai were just so powerful was just get the castle timing.
6 villagers there, but yeah, 85%. Yeah, DauT could not have stopped that.
Yeah, to finish my thought, like once you get like 2-3 mangonels with like 6-7 Arambai behind them, it was pretty much an unbeatable army in Castle Age. It's not as unbeatable these days, but it's still a super powerful and scary army to play against.
I think the strength is pretty much the same, but to get to that composition does take so much more time now. And as you said, like he's spreading himself pretty thin there. Yeah. TC, castle, did build the stable with an elephant, +1 defense on the elephant, mangonel as well. That's too many things at the same time.
And he didn't invest into elite skirmishes either, so these skirms he has right here is actually pretty much useless now. They're not really going to serve a purpose except trying to buy a little bit of time. And again, his eco is quite exposed. He did make a town center on the front gold and wood, but the back resources are super exposed, and DauT knows about the stone as well. He did scout that with his scout cavalry earlier.
Ooh, that's so sweet. Look at how much vision he gained within in the last 1-2 minutes there, and he will try to find a good angle. How are the mangonels looking?
This will be scary. We all know DauT and mangonels. DauT spoke yesterday as well. I heard about how when he micros against mangonels, he just knows that he can hear laughter any second after, so he feels so much more pressure. LaaaN with a target fire, but of course DauT wasn't moving, so that might be the best micro for DauT. Just stand still and people will miss.
Mind games!
Exactly.
Okay, Skirms chilling, Mangonaut chilling as well. And the crossbows, well, they are obviously scared AF to not run into any big shots. Rambai count at the moment, 5 already, and knocking at the front door. LaaaN even going for more villages on stone. That's going to be a second castle pretty soon.
Indeed. I like for DauT though the fact that his goals and like he has a lot of resources towards the right side. The castle of LaaaN, follow-up castle, is very likely to be on the front door where DauT skates, and there really is only the main goal there, which is already mining quite a fair bit of, so potentially as the game goes on he could move to the right side, but we have a big fight on the top side where the mangonel is involved, but DauT is actually doing a good job microing here.
Yeah, the skirmisher numbers really plummeting there, knights are coming over as well, and DauT, well, kind of surviving this, and I don't even need to read Twitch chat to tell you, look at the fight!
Yeah. LaaaN did a really nice target fire on the knights coming in from DauT here, but DauT still did manage to get 1 mangonel, so I'm sure he's happy with the trade so far. DauT is on to 3 theses as well, LaaaN is still sticking on 2, and I think both of them are... Well, DauT should be feeling comfortable here. He's getting onto the type of game where he excels, where it's just like macro game, make units, and then transitions toward the later game.
Yeah, absolutely. His boom is one of the best in the world behind aggression. He is a guy who stays active, and he's a guy who really likes to add his force TC nice and early as well.
Indeed. We haven't seen any sign of the 4th TC. We see the sign
before
of the 4th
30
TC.
seconds.
Exactly.
30 seconds ago.
Sorry, I was way behind. And LaaaN adding a 3rd town center himself, so I mean, considering the fact that LaaaN has been on 2 TC for so long compared to DauT, he's only 3 villagers behind, so he's done a good job keeping the villager production going. DauT again moving in. Like, I don't think DauT can do much from this angle anymore, but still he gotta just try and keep LaaaN busy so LaaaN cannot do the counterattacks. The worst thing you want, the main thing you don't want against Burmese is having those mangonels and a Rambai knocking on your own town centers.
Yeah, and I feel DauT at the moment, shouldn't he be easily defended by 1 defensive mangonel? I think he should have ran around and tried to defend his front, because he's exactly well, doing a poor job of preventing what he should be scared of.
Yeah, he is, but like he's hoping that his aggression is gonna deny, like keep LaaaN at home. But then again, LaaaN only needs one mangonel to be fine there. LaaaN is coming around on the right side now with a Rambai, looking to do some damage there, and that is kind of where DauT is most exposed right now. DauT also, he's kind of stopped crossbow production, which I don't really agree with. I think he needs more units still to be able to transition. DauT is taking stone himself as well, so maybe he wants to have an option for a defensive castle, but these Rambai, dude, they're scary. There's 12 of them, and they can do so much damage.
Oh god, 17 damage output in Castle Age. The mobility is sick. Yeah, the accuracy, not the best thing ever, but they will just get in there, and if you don't get to mass amount of crossbow or like 15 monks, they're pretty much unstoppable. And yeah, you are breathing like there's a forward castle.
That's actually a really good move by LaaaN. I did expect him to do the castle on the front, next to DauT's like main gold, but he actually went for the hill, doing a university there as well, and that's gonna take out 2 of the golds that DauT can potentially use. DauT still has a gold all the way to the back, so that's still very good for him. But regardless, that hill is gonna be so hard to take back.
Ah, that was actually an extra gold spot that he's controlling there.
Indeed.
But yeah, DauT, he will also run into the castle now. I didn't see this one at all. And yeah, also takes nice hill advantage. LaaaN super deep in castle age though. DauT can click up pretty soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. DauT also, that's why he wants the stone as well, right? If LaaaN can keep DauT, oh, LaaaN's taking a really good trader on the crossbow and the monks on the front of the stone. Yeah, that's the thing. If he can keep delaying DauT's castle as well, his position might just snowball out of control. LaaaN is only 8 villagers behind himself too, so like this Rambai, DauT doesn't have any answers right now. He needs like 10, 15 crossbows to actually be able to hit this, and he was sending his main army back, but they obviously got intercepted by the castle in Mangonel, so this is starting to look like DauT is kind of losing control of this.
And honestly, if you have massive amount of skirmishers plus crossbowmen, getting up to Imperial Age with...
Okay, so you just gotta show, where did he first place that castle?
Where did he?
Right to
over here.
Next of the barracks. No, here, next to the barracks. That's where he first placed it. And then 5 seconds later, deletes it and placed it in his face.
Holy moly, and that's blocking like 15 farms, gives him a good spot to go for the gold, all the stone, and yeah, we always said like, you're at the front, oh look at that, and that's going to be ugly as well. Villagers are going to go down there for sure, 5 Rambai around this, villagers, they're eating big shots, oh god, it's a DauT!
It's a DauT.
Oh,
this is gonna be so tilting for DauT.
Oh god, and it's another shot!
This is why a Rambai can be so scary. There is still like LaaaN's castle still on the front side. It's still not up. It still has 1000 HP to go, and DauT will get his castle up. He loses a lot of villagers, and then at the same time will probably get his own castle up. This is looking so rough for DauT right now.
Oh, this is so ugly, and yeah, DauT now suddenly 20 villagers behind, or at least close to it. Military is somewhat even. LaaaN, he goes for more stone. He's hungry to build more castles, and DauT, while his counterattack behind this killed 4 villagers, that was it.
Yeah, DauT is now 15 villagers behind, and LaaaN is pretty much ready to click to Imperial Age as well. DauT will have the 2-3 minutes here advantaged in Imp, but question is, will he be able to clean enough in time for his early Imp to actually matter much? DauT still hasn't started using his back gold. There is sometimes that you actually forget about because you don't spot it on the minimap as easily because you have walls around it. Also, your random monk standing there holding a relic. He has a strong back, so he's going to be standing there for a while probably.
Did he lose a monastery?
And I think he just can't move there because of the castle.
Oh, I never saw that before. Look at that. The Age of Empires 1 relic going in there. Oh, I never saw that. Thanks, TE.
Okay,
that was pretty.
DauT is now
God,
moving.
I'm so sorry. Fuck.
Oh.
I'm the worst caster ever.
Well, you were looking at the relic. It was very important as well.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
That's really rough.
Okay, well, yeah, you know how fights with DauT go in crossbow and against mangonels.
Relic was more exciting.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So, question, like DauT actually has top score even after that.
I'm so sorry. Oh,
yeah,
God.
you should.
Oh, I once kicked a puppy without noticing, and I didn't feel that sorry missing that fight. Oh.
Right, so let's just focus on what their transitions are now. DauT, I don't really know what he wants to go for. He's adding nothing. He's adding trebs, he has some archery ranges again, so he's still mixing in some skirms. LaaaN is adding another stable, so there is a chance LaaaN might be going for Hussar maybe? Oh, LaaaN is just gonna jump on the town center and go. He's going for the kill, dude. He's right on the town center. These Arambai are taking it down so fast. And the DauT, look at DauT's economy below as well. It's so exposed.
Yeah, like walling against that doesn't really make a lot of sense. TC instantly goes down. Army isn't that
might
great.
Work out for DauT. He's bringing enough units to defend this. He just needs to repair. LaaaN is still shooting only the town center, so this might actually end up being. Yeah, I guess it's okay. He didn't lose many villagers. He took out a town center.
Yeah,
so not the end of the world.
Trade against 2 Arambai. Yeah. Well, the castle goes down.
LaaaN did lose a castle. I would say Malians in general are a very awkward civilization to transition to an Imperial age. But against Arambai, against Burmese, I'm not really sure what will be the ideal composition. Maybe Frimba camels?
It doesn't feel that pretty, honestly. Burmese can little oh, castle could instantly go down if the Arambais are going forward. No, he goes to the right-hand side. But still
it's
couldn't land just
very,
here.
Yeah, this is a very scary DauT castle coming, man.
Not again. Viper. One shot here.
Decent micro. He's adding Geberos now as well. He has some infantry upgrades too. I think DauT needs to back up here. He cannot commit to this.
Yeah, well, he is at least backing up with the villagers. Crosswomen and skirmishes are still shooting. But look at those upgrades. We're in Imperial age now for like 2-3 minutes. Upgrades are +2/+1.
The thing is, DauT doesn't have econ. He's 20 villages behind. He has to delete the castle and replace it. I'm not sure where he will decide to go for. I would have liked to see DauT transition a bit more towards the left side with more economy, but obviously it's also a super exposed area, and LaaaN is really making the most out of these Arambai here.
Yeah, now DauT is building a castle that doesn't make me too happy here. In the center of the base, in between TCs, that's not really a spot where he will get raided.
Still, man, you know, it's like you're just feeling the pressure, and you feel like, okay, I need to stop this snowball. And he needs to get more safety and security for his base and his food income primarily. And he's not really able to get that. These Arambai are also just sitting under the town center. They don't care. There's so many of them and they do so much damage, and yeah, this is just like completely out of control now for DauT.
Oh man, losing more and more villagers. He is back to 90 because his boom behind it is pretty solid. But LaaaN with a 50 population lead here, 30 villagers ahead roughly.
Yeah, LaaaN also he has a 4th town center now, doing a 5th town center on the hill there just to cement his position more. A 2nd castle as well coming up on the hill, just to make sure that this hill is never going to be lost.
Oh man!
I'm sure that LaaaN will also think about adding bombard cannons. And the question is just like, what composition can DauT go for? He's right now coming to more and more Geberos, but Geberos.
It isn't pretty, honestly. Yeah. I think Geberos aren't right. They don't heavily outrange the Arambai either. The only thing I don't like for LaaaN is how little he focused on relics. He sees all of them. He had all the map control, and in the end, instead of him being with 5 relics and none for DauT, it is DauT with 2 and LaaaN with none. Yeah,
but he still has, in theory, a chance to get 3 of them. And I would say, it's like, considering how much pressure he was putting on, it's difficult to like start thinking about focusing on relics as well and things like that. He really needed to focus his micro on what was going on here. And Geberos actually trading okay against the light cap. Once the Arambai come in, though, that's where these Geberos suddenly are gonna seem like they're super weak. DauT did add a town center on the left side, so he's slowly developing economy, and this is what he has to do. He needs to make sure he gets eco up and running, that is safe. But yeah, like, how does he stop the main army of LaaaN here?
Ooh, this could be the jump. One Mangoner behind this shouldn't really get too much down. Instantly gets focused down here. Oh, and those light cap, they're doing damage against the eco behind this as well. I know the issue with the speed, by the way, now for you. I can fix it in between games. But we will focus on this one. And oh god, that's a brutal raid in the back now. LaaaN close to or over 70 population ahead. He even goes back, probably just waits for some traps, has the huge hill advantage, and, well, should just get a nice kill here. But DauT, well, he already has some defensive traps set up.
Yeah, but the problem here is for DauT now economy, and he's losing about 10 more villagers down now. It's going to be down to 80 villagers again. He's sending the Geberos to deal with it, but yeah, the issue is just like, how does DauT ever get out of this, the pit he's in, right? He's doing another castle now, but again, it's not a DauT castle. It's because DauT's feeling the pressure right now. He feels, okay, I need to gain more ground, and this is the only way I can do it, but he's just losing more and more villagers, and I'm sure DauT is realizing that he's on the brink of destruction right now, and I don't think he will keep playing this game for very long.
Yeah, he just thinks, okay, I'm still protected with all my TCs and all my castles, but it's going to be so super tricky. Lost so many more villagers here again. Traps are moving forward, and well, that was kind of the third or fourth DauT castle in this game. He's really delivering.
He's absolutely delivering, and he's calling the GG. I think DauT is actually quite tilted right now. DauT normally is like a very calm and... Oh, he seems like a calm and that he doesn't get affected much, but I think games like this really gets to him. He was in a super comfortable position, he had map control, he had... The game was really... Of course, the opening wasn't the greatest because he did lose that man-at-arms fight quite convincingly, but he was feeling good in early castle age and mid castle age. It's just that he wasn't taking enough precaution against a Rambai Mangonel Deathball. I got a huge credit to LaaaN though. Deciding to go for that hill with the castle instead of on the front was a huge decision. Really, really good job.
It's so unintuitive because we said you have this strong army with the one-dimensional push, and he still realized map control over the kill, which is something you really like.
I liked it indeed. Yeah, I'm really impressed with LaaaN's decision making there. That was really, really spot on. Yeah, like I would say 99% of people would just go for that safe, straightforward push straight to DauT's base. But when LaaaN put that castle on the hill, suddenly DauT is completely cornered, and it was like just perfect decision.
Yeah, 2-1 KD in the end. Economy obviously better for LaaaN, and yeah, we just saw. Built the army once, never lost it, stayed pretty stable there. Yeah. And yeah, we will go over into the other scene. I will change a hotkey for you, and you do the caster thing.
I did the caster thing.
Yeah, and fill some time.
Is that the caster thing?
Yes.
Alright, so I assume DauT wants to play Villese Fortress now. It is his first home map, usually this go-to map, and I think that for DauT, if he actually doesn't pull off a victory in Villese Fortress, I think he's going to be mentally broken.
Yeah. And you said it's like he will tilt. That's like obviously feeling bad after a loss. There are different people taking it differently. Do you think...
LaaaN has Vietnamese. He was sitting in the tech tree looking, so I wanted to see what he was looking at.
Oh, don't
yes,
tell me.
Let it be Vietnamese.
No. Don't, that's too sick. That's too sick.
Wow.
What is DauT? Vietnamese mirror.
Oh.
Mayans. How do they do? Like plumed archers?
Mayans, like okay.
Ratans? Ratans are killing
in
plumes?
Theory, Vietnamese trade well against Mayans because of Imperial skirms, etc. But Mayans still has such a better economy and opening in Villese Fortress, so Mayans should still be heavily favored. They have the issue with the map here, they just need to pick Build Order Arabia.
Build Order Arabia. Wrong map.
Are they starting it? Why are they starting?
No, Build what? Oh, now we see the overlay guy in the back. Let's go double POV and see what they're saying.
Maybe it will be Villese Fortress though. Yeah, it is. It works out, it's just a weird name.
But it's no fortress. They play Regicide. And they
oh
built
yeah, there's
Arabia.
no fortress. Yeah, true. What plebs?
Fuck those guys. No. We saw it as build order. We were on their POV.
Yeah, but it probably glitched out and they need to reselect it.
Yeah.
But we have Vietnamese against Mayans. That's a super interesting choice. First of all, I'm surprised DauT sticks with Mayans. He's a very stubborn person in general. But I did not expect him to stick with Mayans after seeing how they are performing, at least in Villese Fortress versus Chinese. And I'm super shocked that LaaaN also is going for Vietnamese. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't think Vietnamese will ever win this matchup.
It's against Eagles. They don't have the best. Like, it has to be champion Ratans, right?
Okay, so he has things to consider here. Does he want to go for economy into Imperial skirms to trade well against plumed archers? Or does he want to go for Rattan archers? Rattan archers will hurt his economy, but then he can at least fight for relics. Skirms, he will probably have to give up relics, but have a stronger economy.
No, let's go into the game first and then switch into the game.
Go into the game.
But
oh shit.
I say no and you like, yes. I said no and you like, yes, we will.
Oh, this is... Okay, I need to pause this,
now
right?
Plus, exactly. You press plus.
And that worked.
Okay. Plus again. Yep.
Okay.
Now you go back. Type in DauT.
And not find him.
We double click.
Well, if I find him.
If you find him. Try again. You find him.
I find him.
Then we go full speed.
And then we click plus.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm pro now. So yeah, again we have Vietnamese against Mayans. Like I think when this game was, well, Vietnamese was a new civ and people didn't know if they were good or not, people were thinking about Vietnamese as a counter for Mayans on
Just fast forward.
this
and
map.
then
I already did.
plus. Yeah, but you still have plus still activated. So go for fast forward now. No. Okay, now go. Bop, bop, bop. Good boy. And if you if
Should
it
I
slows
click
down.
plus now?
No, only if it slows down. It's basically constantly clicking normal speed.
Now it's slow?
Now it's slow, so click it. And now it clicks for you always normal speed, normal speed,
okay,
normal
okay,
speed,
okay.
normal speed, normal speed, normal speed, normal
But
speed,
can I
normal speed,
still
normal
speed
speed,
up?
normal speed, normal speed.
I
normal
got
speed.
it. Can I speed up still? Like if I'm a little bit behind?
You
it
have to
quit?
unclick normal speed. And then you can speed up. But now you should never fall
All
behind.
good, all good. Perfect.
Right?
Good job.
Thank you so much. We have the tool here. Obviously, as you know, we had some speed issues the other days. And, well, that shouldn't really happen now with that nice script that Solaris did for us.
Indeed. It's awesome to have people willing to help out and be ready on the go.
Yeah.
He had a fix yesterday as well. Didn't work out too well, but today it seems like it's working.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's awesome. Yeah, on this civ matchup here, like I said earlier, when Vietnamese was released as a new civilization, people were playing around with the idea of Rattan and Vietnamese countering Mayans on Registered Fortress. I played 2 games, I think, in competitive setting like that quite early on. And honestly, I was Mayans both games, and it just felt like you were always ahead in the economy either way, so it was not really a competition. Don't think Vietnamese can do it. Obviously, it's going to be interesting to see if LaaaN has anything special in mind, but I would still say that Mayans should be heavily favored here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays out. I feel also that like Eagles should just be too good against the Rattans, which are the normal counter. And yeah, you're just scrolling between 2 bases, trying to tell me that the distance isn't that long, and hills are pretty important.
That's not what I was doing. I was just moving.
Sorry.
Key, but okay. Yeah, distance isn't too long, and there is a gold and a stone kind of between them. But DauT has the natural hill on his side, and LaaaN has the natural hill on his side. So both of them have like natural hills to defend here. I would say I like DauT's a little bit more though, because he has a little bit longer of a hill, so he can spread out his he can spread out up here as well, with castles to the top left side, and then forge an attack from there. While LaaaN has a hill only in his base, and I assume this is where the action is going to take place. And considering that they're so close, I think that also heavily favors Mayans, because Mayans will have a stronger economy on paper, and therefore I would expect Mayans to be an Imperial Age faster as well.
How much faster are you in Imperial Age if you start with 1 more villager?
It's not only that, it's like longer lasting boar, for example, longer lasting wood in your base, berries last longer. There's like small things that add up. And oh, the king is running close to the blue. Don't go there.
Oh, that's the eagle. That could be the block behind.
Oh, DauT with the micro. Okay. Okay, that was super scary though for a second there.
Super scary, didn't lose a single HP.
But what would have been sick was if he would go down next to the gate of DauT, and then DauT would have walled that part.
The double gate.
Yeah. Then he could have walled there and walled up there as well. It would have been, could have been sick.
The typical DauT.
But then
moves.
again, yeah. What's the chances DauT will do that?
Yeah. So one question I wanted to ask you before we saw the Vietnamese pick. You said DauT, he will be tilted after this game. Obviously, it didn't look too great for him, but there are 2 kinds of tilting player, right? One that doesn't feel great after game number 1 and he just shakes it off. Something I assume DauT could be. How do you think he will perform in the next game here?
I think like he realized as well last game it was just like, okay, the Burmese snowball got going and there was nothing to do. But I think he's going to be tilted with his castles and how this all played out. I don't think it's going to affect his play much though. I think he's going to be fine. Unless, the thing is here, if something bad happens in this game really quickly, where he suddenly has like a super DauT moment again, then he might suddenly get that tilt feeling again. But I think that DauT should be fine here. They're actually up exactly the same time. DauT has 1 more villager obviously, but yeah, it looks very close so far.
Solid build up by LaaaN. What is the series you have been most tilted in your life?
Competitive scene? Series?
Yeah. Something that people would have seen maybe. And felt like, oh, that's why.
Probably like the LaaaN Nomad tournament hosted by Tyrant, where I was playing against...
Medieval Wars, you mean?
Yeah, Medieval Wars.
Oh.
We played against a Chinese team and it was just so laggy. And DauT and Cab were crying all the time. Me and Jordan just got super pissed off and annoyed because they were like... of course, the game sucked. It was like slideshow, 5-second break, play for 2 seconds, 5-second break, and we had to play all the games like that. And DauT and Cab were just so much complaining and crying, and that was just really got on my nerves. Obviously, that wasn't tilt because of my own mistakes or feeling like something was unfair or something, but it was just that's like the worst feeling I've ever had playing Age.
Okay. Well, I think DauT will be far away from that. Game shouldn't really lag, and obviously it's only 1-0. Finds a nice place for his king in the back. Oh, actually a bugged stone that we didn't see earlier. That's an admin restart, right? It's for Vietnamese? How did he not see that?
I think you should inform him about this.
He saw. Oh, he doesn't know about it.
I think he should be informed, and he can choose because he can't chop that. He can't chop that out.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. Okay,
yeah.
So I will. What should I tell him?
You should inform him that there's a stone behind his woodline. It's like 3-4 trees between it.
Yeah.
And give him a choice, pretty much.
Okay. Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Pause, please.
Because in theory, I don't think DauT would mind either, because DauT's map isn't great. He has a fine. Let me put on my game quickly so I can show you what I'm talking about. We have DauT has a nice back wood and back stone. His gold is super exposed though, so I don't think DauT would complain about a restart here either. LaaaN does have a really nice map though, so in theory, if I was LaaaN, I probably wouldn't want a restart here, even though the stone is trapped. So
he took the admin restart.
He took the restart. Okay.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at the map right now, I probably wouldn't have taken a restart if I was LaaaN, because you still have nice back gold, nice back wood lines. Like the map is really nice in general, and I don't think DauT minds a restart either here, because his map wasn't great either. I'll put it back on your point of view, and then back to between the games, because we don't really have to see anything else here.
Professional caster here.
Of course. You don't pay me for nothing. Am I still not in the casters percentages?
Nope. Sorry. Maybe we can get up to 103% at one point.
That would be nice, and then include 3% for caster players.
Nili math.
Player casters. So yeah, fair to give LaaaN the option to restart there. Obviously, we should have seen that earlier. Yeah. So that's not too good by us. But
or by any admins that are around.
Overlay guys, admins, and
that can jump into the games and see stuff like this.
Yeah.
And also, like, honestly, like LaaaN had it in the vision of his tower. But
so he could see it.
Yeah, but like only the parts. He didn't know the wood at the side, and it also I think he only got vision of it in Feudal Age. But normally you scout your back base, and normally you try to see all your stone spots, right?
Of course, you want to see your resources. Yeah, but I still think if I could sit there like I did now and look at the map, I probably wouldn't have taken the restart still. Woodland was nice. Of course, the stone would have been delayed, but you had everything. Actually, this kind of indicates to me that he might want to go for Rat and Archers, that he wants to have that stone. Because like if I was playing Vietnamese, I probably would want to play Imperial skirms and something else.
But towers, maybe.
Don't think so. But maybe.
It's really costly. It is slow. It is not that easy.
Yeah. So yeah, personally, I wouldn't have taken the admin reader. I would have wanted to play that map. But yeah, then again, I don't think either of them are bothered.
I remember a series that you played where you had a fully... I only know that you were Huns. I'm not sure if it was Arabia or...
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And you had a gold in the back, completely surrounded by cliffs. So absolutely inaccessible all game long. And you were offered an admin reset and you said you still wanted to play it.
Yeah.
And you played defensive CA and won late Castle Age before
I think it was against Stark, maybe. It was like... Wasn't it like Huns... No, actually, I don't remember. But I remember which game you're talking about.
Yeah.
But like, it also depends on the.
You had perfect other defensive.
Yeah, exactly. Everything else were looking good, so you gotta judge risk versus reward. What will benefit your play better?
Yeah. So what could LaaaN maybe have scouted that felt okay? Maybe DauT's map is pretty good. That he is in a good spot.
I mean, he did. I'm not sure if he saw the goal when his king was running in front of the base.
What would have happened, like, if we see it at the 5-minute mark? His king was super close to the castle. DauT took 2 villagers to wall, and I jumped in there. Paused the game. By the way, you have a bad stone spot. And he's like, okay, I will take it.
I think if someone pulls off that move before everything has been told, before they have been told that there is a bugged stone, I think they should get the win. Like the guy who pulls off the move. Oops.
It's unsavable, yeah, probably. probably.
Yeah, like because then it wasn't. Yeah, but then again, I don't know. It's a tough situation. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Well, it's pretty much impossible, yeah. So we will enjoy some more Age of Empires 2 Dark Age because we are jumping into the action here. And I love the close TC. And, well, now we speed up and everything should be fine from here on. Let's go into the action. Takes the board with the scout. Only one hit needed. And you say,
Yeah, I'm surprised he's using the scout HP. Oh, not surprised. But when the board is close, usually I tend to use the villager and just scout instead. It doesn't make that much of a difference anyway. So look at the maps. LaaaN is a little bit unfortunate with his towers. His tower placement is actually super unfortunate. All the towers are towards the back, where he doesn't really need to protect anything. But I guess he has multiple options to hide his king, so that's awesome.
yeah.
Wood is fine, stone is okay, a little bit more exposed. Honestly, I would prefer the previous map he had, even with the trapped stone.
Okay. Maybe it was also the hill positioning of DauT. Maybe the strategy of LaaaN is simply to, well, do a castle, an early impush with the Ratans and maybe bombard cannons or something.
Could be something like that, yeah. I must say DauT's map is looking fantastic here. He has a really good setup, like woodlands are close and nice, multiple choices. Gold is super nice in the back as well. Stone a little bit exposed, but it's next to the castle, so it's not really an issue. I also like the small hills DauT has in front of his base. Those are such perfect positions to place a castle, especially the one in front of his stone on the left side here. Further left, further up, and further left. There we go. That's the hill, Nili.
Bam, bam,
yes.
bam.
That's a perfect hill for
I was looking at the stone and the hill, and you're telling me it's the wrong hill and stone.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
So yeah, that hill is where DauT's gonna have a. I put 2 castles on this hill, or at least 1, and the game going on from there. Yeah. Besides that, they both still have perfectly fine maps. No trapped resources as far as I can see. Relics quite in favor of DauT, I must say. They're really far from LaaaN actually.
Yep.
So I would say it's looking good relic-wise for DauT. But then again, DauT has had good-looking relics before and done the most greedy possible approach and not got a single relic after all.
Feels Lithuanians, man.
Feels Lithuanians.
Okay, so DauT. That also, like, what I want to say about those relics. If you scout, it's easily over. Those are easily overlooked. They're so close to the edge of the map. Even if you go back, like, we might actually see a scenario where both of those relics are not picked off even.
It's a chance, but as the game progresses, I'm sure they will have scouted plenty. But again, I'm not sure if relics will even come into effect here at all, because I feel like this game should end quite early in Imp, in theory. But if LaaaN can hold on the early pressure from DauT, which I'm expecting, then it could transition to a long game, so maybe relics will be more important than I'm anticipating here.
Well, LaaaN with a small change-up. Last game he went up pop 23 plus 2. This one is pop 22. So, as you said in the last game, it was exactly the same timing there. Now
Are
it
you
is a bit
sure?
faster.
It wasn't. I think LaaaN went 22. I think DauT is the one who's going up 1 more.
Yeah, he's going pop 24. LaaaN is going pop 23. That's why they have the same timing. And now he's going pop 22.
But I thought LaaaN went 22 and DauT went 23.
Okay.
That's what I thought was the difference.
So someone did something different.
That we can agree on.
Lee. Okay, so 5 on wood, 5 on berries here, 3 on gold, nothing too special. And yeah, this will be the long calm before hopefully the long storm. 4 on gold for LaaaN here, and well, we're not expecting like how he built his market and stable market and blacksmith earlier. I think walls like those could have been pretty similar.
Yeah, it could have, but at the same time, I think he has way more of a... Ooh, actually, you know, on the left side, he did delete wall. He's actually open in theory.
Blacksmith would have felt so right here.
Yeah, I agree, but then again, it's like a long walking distance. You don't really want to idle your villagers if you have to, unless you have to. So I would not have gone out for those walls either. I would have made it inside my base and kept my economy more efficient. The last build is pretty good though, and good uptime, but this seems like an uptime where you want to boom. I don't think he wants to do military because he's already stretching his economy so thin with this type of build order with civilization without economy bonuses. So this should be a pure boom from LaaaN, and honestly again I think mine's economy is just so much better. that I don't really know if this is gonna be that great. Eagle and Scout are fighting in the middle of the map now. The Scout, for some reason, is losing. I'm not sure how this is happening. I guess he was luring the boar.
Exactly.
And DauT has been healing his Eagle in the town center, so that makes a lot of sense. Economy upgrades coming in from LaaaN as well. Doubting Horse Collar before would upgrade here, or did he already do wood upgrade?
DauT, I'm assuming he did wood upgrade. Yeah, it would be so weird.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he goes for the second wood upgrade in Castle Age or the first one. Sometimes it gets really scary if you have like in your back, okay, I don't have botkin, I don't have botkin, I don't have botkin. Okay, now it's time to go bot. Oh,
yeah.
Double bit X.
Something else to point out here is if DauT manages to get map control towards the right side of LaaaN's base, LaaaN has all three of his golds in this very same position. So if DauT can control this area with plumes, with maybe an early castle and pressure, then gold might become a huge issue for LaaaN. Although we must point out again that Vietnamese do have access to the best skirmishes in the game, the Imperial skirmisher, maybe together with Atlantic skirmishers from Aztecs. And those skirms are actually really good at trading with... Ooh.
LaaaN won the fight.
LaaaN won the fight. Those Imperial skirms trade really well against Plume Dodger in particular.
Yeah, that's absolutely a unit that we are most likely going to see. And did we collect any stone? No, we did not. So LaaaN at the moment adding 1 TC, only 50 in the bank. That's never a boom. That's a play with a monastery as well. Let's maybe take a quick look how many relics he scouted. He did see 4.
Yeah, and he's producing Rattan Archers. I'm a little bit surprised about his approach.
He's going for one without fletching.
Yeah, the reason... Yeah, he only made 1 so far. I guess he needs the gold for a monk coming up. Yeah, this is very confusing to me. Again, if he's committing to more Rattan Archers, I think... Actually, I think he just wants presence on the map. He sent a scout to heal and he's sending 1 Rattan Archers to look around, I think. But still, 1 Rattan Archer, if you run into a monk, you're gonna get converted.
Yeah, yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's a weird decision.
But is he expecting the main player to instantly go for...
Oh, look, the plume doing 1 damage per shot.
That's so ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just eats quite some shots.
Oh, DauT micro!
2v1. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, LaaaN going for the 1 TC approach with a monastery. His eco isn't looking too sharp right now, I must say. And this is the issue with Vietnamese. Your economy is just lacking compared to other civilizations. So, yeah, I wish DauT with the 2 TC as well, but DauT is ready to drop the 3rd TC way faster than LaaaN.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
I really wonder if LaaaN... I think LaaaN was taking stone first game, no? Look now, he's sending 3 villas to stones. I imagine this could be a complete... Like he just simply forgot.
Would be weird, yeah, but I think he went for the stone there before. What do you think about DauT's TC placement here?
I would probably place it on the upper side. Like, so the wood line is to the bottom right of my town center. The first town center. Oh, yeah. You were talking about the second town center. Okay, one, great stuff. I think it's fine. It's just to get economy going and the wood income really. But it's not, and it doesn't really have much of an effect.
Okay.
DauT is on the right side now. Again, he's circling around the area where LaaaN has all the gold. And I'm pretty sure DauT has made a mental note that all the gold is in the same spot. So that could be an area where we see DauT focus on heavily as the game goes on.
Yeah, he did scout the main spot indeed, and he also knows that one of the neutral ones are there, so that feels like a very natural way to attack. And also, he knows about the 2 relics, so fighting is going to happen here at the right-hand side.
Yeah, there is a monk moving out from the right side from... I would like to watch LaaaN's point of view right now. We can jump in there to see how he's dealing with this. There are plumes on the right side, he also has a monk there, so LaaaN has to make a clever decision now on how to maneuver this, because he needs to make sure DauT cannot spot the monk, and right now he's doing a perfect job of that. DauT is using the hill though, and wonder if DauT did bot Kinero here. No, he did not. So the monk is now moving into the point of view of what he's bringing. Oh, he wants to use the monk in the fight. Very clever actually by LaaaN. Very good decision here. DauT will have to pull back here, or maybe go for the monk even. He might even justify just diving in there for the monk, but DauT is bringing reinforcements here. We can watch DauT on his side of things bringing in 5 more plumes, and he knows now that the monk is there. He knows the relic is there, so. Very good move by DauT here. Sniping the monk first and taking full control of this situation. Very well played by DauT.
Indeed, that was pretty sweet. Now chasing down the remaining Rattan Archers here. LaaaN did kind of try to hide the monk, did click it to the edge of the map, but then realized, okay, I need it in the fight, but DauT's numbers were just there. The production was absolutely on point. He didn't have an idle castle at all, and, well, LaaaaaN built 1-2 plumes and then stopped after that.
Rat Archer is also a fast mobile unit, similar to the Plume, but the Plumes are still slightly faster, so DauT, again, he can pretty much control when he wants to fight, where he wants to fight, and he can always pull back the weaker Plume Dodgers until he finds the need to, like, until there's ballistics in play for LaaaaaN, then DauT can always dictate the fights 100%. And we can see our economy as well. DauT is a couple of villages ahead, LaaaaaN is just now adding his 3rd town center. And yeah, I'm surprised that LaaaaaN is committing on the Rat Archers. LaaaaaN did bring in a relic right now, as we see the Plumes and the Rat Archers clash once more.
Yeah, but, well, not really clashing. Going back here for a small moment. More monks on the way, and...
One tick off.
Oh,
I'm surprised,
nice.
considering the amounts of units they're making, that there is no bot canal yet.
That's actually true, yeah. Oh, Monk Snipe behind this, and now 5 Plumed Archers. DauT is trying to micro away with that army. LaaaaaN is debating a bit as well, but DauT simply with the better numbers here, 15 to 10 military at the moment.
Those are better numbers, but LaaaaaN is also getting in enough kills, so he's actually trading fairly okay. Of course, the thing is here though, Plume numbers can snowball out of control as well. Again, the mine economy, Plume Dodgers are fairly cheap as well, although they're more expensive than they used to be. But with this amount of Plume Archers, and actually great micro build on here, he's really making the most out of these Rat Archers.
Yeah.
It's actually really well micro by LaaaaaN. Super well. Like, that's really spot on micro by LaaaaaN. He was supposed to lose all those Rat Archers, yet instead he suddenly has... He killed 3 without losing a single one there at the end.
Yeah, short move to the side, DauT missed with all his shots, and as you can see with the dead bodies, like, endless amount of blue.
Yeah. You can see a trail following those.
Yeah. The trail of DauT micro, like shoot, die, shoot, die, shoot, die, shoot, die, shoot, die, shoot, die.
But yeah, like the issue I pointed out earlier is that, look, if you look at the village count right now, there's 10 in favor of DauT. Plume Dodger are also easy to produce and keep going. LaaaaaN has picked up 1 relic though, so good job to LaaaaaN. DauT just got 1 himself, so LaaaaaN is definitely putting up a good fight. Again, good micro there as well, and I'm actually, again, real surprised that he did go for the Rat Archers. He has Bodkin Arrow as well now, so maybe now is the time for him to actually take very favorable trades. This is the thing though, he's gonna fall behind in economy.
Well, let's see. How much is his defense upgrade doing? Oh, against 2 monks. Oh, gets in a very quick conversion here. And some hits behind this. Military count still not looking too great. And obviously his reinforcement is weaker as well. And he will get cleared up here.
Yeah, really good. DauT's micro now was good. Again, there's armor coming in from LaaaaaN as well. I guess with armor as well and ballistics on the way. DauT is also doing ballistic, but that's even before Bodkin Arrow himself. It's a quite strange order of doing things. Usually we'll always get the maximum damage output and range before you go for the ballistics. Yeah, I mean, LaaaaaN has 5 pierce armor now. DauT still only has 6 damage output with fletching, so he still does only 1 damage per shot. +2 is coming in from DauT now as well, so he will start doing 2 damage a shot himself. But still, DauT doesn't have any armor upgrades. He only has 1 pierced armor, so the Rat Archers do actually do 7 damage per shot. So you'd imagine in theory now that the Rat Archers should dominate, even in less numbers.
Yeah, I think so as well. The problem is, well, DauT, he can just dictate the fights, right? He can decide, okay, I don't want to take it, I'm just running away, and if he feels like, okay, he has the better numbers, he will just get
Monk bringing in a relic, but he's about to run into the Rat Archers. LaaaaaN did spot it and did catch the relic. DauT did go all the way down to grab the relic LaaaaaN was trying to take earlier, so he wants to bring that up as well. He's actually choosing an interesting path there, because I think LaaaaaN is expecting this relic now. He's noted this relic has gone off, so DauT is actually moving closer to LaaaAN's base in order to avoid LaaaaaN.
Hashtag mind games. That's a bit like Pippin and Merry.
I was about to say that. Oh. I didn't want to be too much nerdy here with all the rings, but yeah, exactly. I wanted to say that as well.
Well, that's not really strange to me, but, well, you are really smart.
Makes sense. There's a big fight going on now. Rat Archers, they're trading fairly equal there, but I must say the Rat Archers are definitely trading better at the moment. Even with the hill here, I think the Rat Archers simply do too well. Great move by DauT here, really important for this point of the game. Mangonel coming out This is really what DauT needs. Without the mangonel, he would have taken way, way worse trades here.
Yeah, and Red and Archer is obviously a bit trickier to micro than Plumed Archers. Shot uphill, still connects quite nicely. And Plumed Archers, they're still doing the job. And, well, LaaaN has the better KD, but it should have been even better if we think about the units we see on the field.
Indeed, and DauT did bring the relic. Now, actually, there's still one relic next to DauT's monk here. That LaaaN has a monk nearby as well. He might be able to snag that. And here we go, the first cast from DauT coming up as well on the hill. There is some Plumed Archer coming down on the relic as well, so if LaaaN gets that relic, that's a huge misplay from DauT and a huge moment in the game. That relic should never have been LaaaN's, and doesn't look. DauT is busy now microing the plumes against the Rat Archers, and so seems LaaaN, so he's not really bringing the relic in yet.
Oh, will we see a unit coming over to kill Plumed Archers? So close yet so far, but LaaaN is running away, and then it's tricky to really catch him. Right hand side, another TC by DauT in between the wood lines here. And as we said, that's something I learned from DauT. That I'm not starting a lot of sentences like those. After you click up to him, force TC with Mayans.
On wood for siege ramps. That's the main theory behind it. There is a plumed Rat Archer there though, so it's gonna be annoying with that. It's only one though, so might not get more than 1 or 2 kills. 3 plumes coming from DauT to clean it up, but again, LaaaN did manage to sneak away with that third relic, and that's actually a huge moment in the game. Both of them on the way to Imperial Age. DauT is about 20% ahead. But yeah, it seems like LaaaN's strategy here is to stick with Rat Archers, and so far they have been doing an okay job. He is behind in economy. But LaaaN is... what is LaaaN doing with his relic? It's like...
He did click it to the edge of the map earlier as well,
yeah,
the fight.
but that's just super weird. Like, I think he could have just... Like, he made his own castle on the hill. He could have just ran to his castle. Okay, now he's coming back. That's just a super odd movement of the monk there.
Maybe just shift clicking.
Yeah, it could be.
So, what do we complement our units with? Only Red and Archers, only Plumed Archers? Unlikely to be the unit choice for both.
I'm pretty sure LaaaN will mix in bomber cannons. Which is the natural thing here for... The main thing to point out now is that the map control for DauT is better. He does have mangonels out earlier, he does have mobility, and LaaaN's 2 stones are exposed. If LaaaN is planning to stick with Rat Archers, he needs that stone for the castles, and as long as DauT can keep putting pressure on those, more castles for LaaaN is very unlikely.
He is too short of buying 100 more stone to build the third castle and maybe secure himself in that area, but DauT lets go of that center area so LaaaN can actually go back. But no, he sends all villagers back on wood. Didn't think that DauT would let go that easily.
Yeah, chemistry coming in from both players. I imagine the reason chemistry is focused on here for LaaaN is because of bomber cannons. I think LaaaN needs to add the Imperial skirmishes here himself. He cannot just stick with Rat Archers like this, because he doesn't simply have the castles to produce. DauT is making a third castle now in the middle of the map, controlling the gold and the stone there, so great moves for DauT. Maybe he could justify going for the hill where his plumes are now with the castle. I'm not sure how comfortable he's feeling, but obviously he's looking at the score, he knows his mind, he knows he has a better economy. He should feel very confident from that. DauT is actually on the top side of the map looking for a relic with a monk, so he's not really sure where all the relics are yet.
Yeah, well, maybe he didn't have the vision till the edge of the map there, and yeah, indeed, he might not even have seen this relic here. That's what I told you earlier.
Yeah.
It is sometimes tricky to scout till the absolute edge of the map, but finds the extra gold as well. Might control both of them.
Indeed, that's a really good spot actually. He's now running into a castle with Rat Archers. Again, he does have great pierce armor, obviously. Not the greatest HP on these Rat Archers, and I think Plumed Archers also get 5 extra HP when they are elite. So the HP difference is going to be the same from Castle
15.
Age.
Isn't it 50 to 65?
Do they get 15 extra HP as elite plumes? For real?
I thought 65, because
like they
aren't dying to Onager shots. Are they?
No,
and an Onager does 50 damage.
I think that's because they're armor, though.
Okay, well,
I could be wrong. We'll find out.
We know 50.
Educational stream.
Okay, we'll find out.
Elite Plumed Archers is on the way, so I'm super hyped now to see the HP.
Oh, let's do the drum roll.
Is it 65, really? Okay, could be.
Wow, maybe.
Good raid there from LaaaN. He's picking. Oh, he's kind of trapped though. But the thing is, LaaaN has elite Rat Archers. He's 8 pierce armor. He's 8. He's doing 1. He's taking 1 damage per shot from the Plumed Archers, and doing a lot of damage in return. So this Rat Archer composition might actually, looks like it might be doing a good job. Seems like the plumes have 65 HP. That's pretty solid, and they're useless.
Okay, Trap now firing away here. Mangles will clear that one up quite easily though. Rattan Archers did indeed win, and yeah, they feel a bit like a Huskal at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And we said, okay, Rattan shouldn't really work because we thought, okay, DauT can just easily go for Eagles, but is he going for Eagles at the moment?
No. He is not. He's sticking with full plumes, and he needs to realize that he needs something else. You could justify just adding rams and having those to tank, but LaaaN is already adding bomber cannon. Oh, he's going in. Go for the king. Yeah, let's get the king.
And DauT is a guy who never puts his king into...
What is going on here?
Oh, that's so bad.
Why is he running in here?
And DauT quick walls behind this. Is he getting it?
Why
yes,
is
the
he
house.
running in there?
Oh, that's 2 towers, 3 towers, the castle. Oh god, that's so much waste. DauT, can he wall behind this? And he is losing that villager, but still, that's like 8 to 10 Rattans, maybe 12 Rattans going down.
Yeah, but even if he goes in there, like, what is it? He's gonna kill maybe 5 to 10 villas, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Yeah, this is a waste of units, but I mean, he does have a lot of Rattan Archers at the bottom side as well of the DauT space. Also just running in under Archer fire towards DauT woodline on the bottom side. Yeah, but those Rattan Archers, they're getting some kills, but...
Well, if you want to send a unit under castles, it's probably like Huskal or Rattan Archers, but still, it felt he was in such a good spot to just control the game, and then going for such a risky move.
Yeah. Oh, DauT just now doing Thumb Ring, so that's a huge upgrade that's been missing as well.
Oh, well, yeah, it is kind of a costly upgrade, though, to research and castle age, though.
Indeed.
More something we see on the way to Imperial age, but then you want to go for elite plumed archers. So, yeah, something...
Well, LaaaN does have a better economy right now. He has more villagers and he still has fairly good control of the map. DauT did go for extra gold now, and again, if DauT... Considering that DauT is controlling all the golds in the bottom as well, I think it could be easily justified for him to go for Eagles here. Honestly, I'm super confused right now why DauT is sticking with the plumed archers when they're so obviously not doing a great job against Rattan Archers.
Maybe it isn't that obvious for him. Now diving in, trying to get the kill against Bombard Cannon.
Great snipe there.
Easy snipe.
He should probably have gone for a second one as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he saw the second one.
Yeah, it could be. So DauT's idea now is to go for rams behind this, while LaaaN is adding armor for his cavalry units, so we might have a light cav addition from LaaaN, or maybe elephants?
Huh. That would be something. I think light cav feels way more natural to me, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, another Bombard Cannon snipe. DauT goes for another shot. And he sniped 2 Bombard Cannons without a single plumed archer lost here.
This is the power of the mobility of the plumes. I think DauT is still in a great position here. It's very equal still. LaaaN does have 3 relics. As we can see, they're both fighting on primarily in the middle of the map here now, on the bottom side with the 2 castles. DauT is bringing rams now. LaaaN doesn't have any counter to rams at the very moment. He lost the 2 bomber cannons, which could do damage to them, but now even siege ram on the way for DauT, and that's going to be a huge upgrade. I still would love to see DauT add some Eagle Warriors here, because Eagle Warriors simply would counter everything LaaaN has at the moment.
Oh yeah, and well, now as we see, stables being used.
By LaaaN.
And yeah, he's trying to block this. He's going for the light cav, and well, Trap probably still going down.
Indeed. Good snipe again by DauT, just keeping control of the game. LaaaN still has these 20 Rattan Archers in the middle of the map running around, just trying to do damage. They are trading good against the plumes, but then again, like, is this really cost effective for LaaaN in the long run? I don't really think so. But again, I still don't understand the decision by DauT to actually not make Eagles. DauT did add another castle at the top side, so DauT is currently sitting on 5 castles, while LaaaN is sitting on 3. You know what? LaaaN's king is actually quite exposed in the back side of the tower. Like, send 50 plumes in there and he could easily get that king.
But how would you know?
Well, it's our lord. He knows all.
Okay.
He sees and knows everything.
Is that? Okay.
Ooh, this is actually perfect timing.
An all-seeing eye.
DauT's ram push here is perfect timing. LaaaN has just added stables to make light cap transition, and those rams are just going to melt all the stables, and that's suddenly almost 1,000 wood wasted for LaaaN, where LaaaN will also have to reinvest and remake those stables. But DauT ignoring them and just going for the walls.
Well, he's splitting them. One to the wall, some to the stables.
The value here for the light cap coming out is so much more for LaaaN. He really needs to get those stables down ASAP, DauT must.
That's so sweet. Also gives like the full scout off of the tech switch, right? Indeed. And he's now coming over with the plumed archers, going for a nice clear up behind this. All the Rattans are focusing on the rams. DauT is taking a beautiful engagement.
Yeah, this is really good for DauT. I still think this should be also a moment where DauT is like, okay, cavalry on the way, I need something else. So infantry upgrades need to come in. Maybe Eagles, maybe Halbs. He needs something else. He cannot just rely on siege ram and plumes forever here.
At the moment he's doing absolutely nothing. He has one single plumed archer in the queue and the rest is completely microing. But if we take a look at the minimap, there are a lot of spread around blue dots.
Yeah. DauT does have control of this game right now. He dictates where to fight and when to fight, and he has control of those extra goals. The gold is on the limit though. He only has 13 villagers in gold right now. He could have easily 30 for the villas considering the amount of gold he has access to. So I'm a little surprised that DauT isn't trying to simply just make the tech switch to Eagles, which would, again, it would counter everything LaaaaaN has.
So weird. Let me go for something really weird. Do we? No, we know about that gold. Okay, DauT is now finally going for that gold. Okay,
Also,
but it looks like 3 tiles away, right?
Yeah, it's a DauT mining.
That's so weird.
He's also taking the gold now in the middle of the map. Again, LaaaaaN actually like these moves by LaaaaaN. He's leaving 7 rat nards in the middle of the map now, cutting off. Normally you would have every castle have the same gathering point, and considering that he has 2-3 castles on the top side, he might accidentally just like have a trail of units running straight down and like getting killed as they reinforce. DauT, however, with the mobility, DauT and the siege ram, DauT can kind of force 2 fights on 2 fronts, and LaaaaaN will need all his army to defend just one side, which we are seeing right now.
Yeah, he's trying to focus down that trap, could buy himself enough time and just go back, but the center push is just so good, and maybe he's diving in for the eco kill? Not really. DauT plays it more cautiously than LaaaaaN.
Indeed. This is where DauT, the plumed archers are going to trade well. Fighting those light cavalry, they're going to be cost effective. DauT also sees the monastery there, so he knows now where the relics are as well, so that could be a long-term target for him as well.
Yeah, but it's like a long way, right? The castle is around there. Still so many buildings, so you can't really patrol in, and well, now enough army being sent over to clear the swamp. I think DauT needs to retreat out of the base of LaaaaaN.
I agree, now it's time to pull off. I want to look in the middle again. LaaaaaN, the rat nards of LaaaaaN has been so annoying, just killing so many plumes trying to reinforce, and a really clever move. LaaaaaN holding the score lead as well. He's kind of controlling the bottom side now. Treb and Bomber Cannon is doing a good job there. So
I just took a look at the population.
Yeah, population.
50 pop ahead.
It's like DauT stopped playing, but DauT is now doing infantry upgrades, so it kind of explains why the numbers are sinking. He wants to make that full switch. I'm not sure if it's Eagles yet or helps. It should be Eagles. Because he's now moving a lot of villagers to gold. He's now up to 34 gold miners, and he's doing upgrades for, like we said, infantry. So I want to see Eldorado come in. And there's the Eagle upgrade as well.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense for everyone that tuned in later. It's 3 relics for Mr. LaaaaaN. DauT has 2, and what's
Really nice raid from LaaaaaN on top side there. That's actually still 1,000 gold that DauT really could use for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's even more for him, being Marion, so 1,000 that LaaaaaN will easily snag. Some villagers going down there. DauT not struggling too much when it comes to villagers. Oh, that castle could have died if he did something a bit more tricky, and well, that's a castle that I don't like too much at the top, but you're looking at the raids at the right-hand side.
Yes, LaaaaaN is also raiding the gold from DauT on the bottom side, and that's also a lot of damage. DauT gold isn't a lot. Also, I think that was just Eagle Warrior, so he doesn't have elite Eagles yet. So DauT is looking actually in real big problems right now. Maybe this Vietnamese pick was really well thought out by LaaaaaN.
Maybe, and he's a guy who thinks out of the box and gets some creative strategies there, has different approaches. I would say he's in some form similar to Winchester in that kind.
I would agree with that.
You don't need to pat me.
Okay,
I did it on my own.
So DauT is still trying to save his castle on the bottom side. He's repairing it with 2 villagers. He still has siege rams there and plumes. DauT took back the top score. I guess it's because he's just killing more military. Oh, look at the right side now. DauT has not noticed, but the rat nards, okay, he noticed just in time. But he still lost a lot of villagers there. Honestly, I don't understand why DauT hasn't just stonewalled the right side. There's so much wood and so much gold there for him to keep safe, and just like Mayan's walls are so cheap as well. Just some stone walls would secure that whole area. As we see DauT finally losing the castle on the bottom side.
Oh man, I have no idea how much stone went in there. It's probably like 1k stone repaired in that one. Is now going down, and well, DauT has enough stone to build another castle, but I don't really find a good spot.
DauT did have elite Eagle Warrior after all. I was mistaken in my thoughts.
We are where? Oh, at the bottom here.
Honestly, DauT, I think I would even consider selling my stone at this point to get gold for Eagles.
I absolutely agree. It's like more plumed archers, as we have seen in the last 25 minutes, won't cut the chase really for you. And Eagles, that is the tech switch. And I also think like Eldorado, it's just ridiculous, right? How an upgrade makes the unit 66% stronger.
It's insane. The Eldorado here, sell the gold, get Eldorado, and then prepare 10 siege rams, 50 eagles, 10 siege rams, steamroll everything.
But
it will be such a snowball.
Also get guilds, have a good wood and food eco behind this, sell everything, but at the moment he's losing this castle as well, and then he's really running out of wood, out of map control.
Okay. DauT is cleaning up the right side first with a couple of eagles he has. Yeah, this, like the transition from DauT, for us watching, obviously it's easy to say, but I think the eagle transition was an obvious transition from
the
quite early from the get-go, quite early in Imperial Age. So again, it's super confusing to me that DauT took this long to actually do this upgrade. And again, now he can't afford Eldorado because he has to invest everything into actually building eagles now. And actually, the Rat Archers with 11 damage, they still pack quite a punch against eagles.
And we have 22 eagles now on the field. A lot of them already losing quite some HP. And well, Lightcap traded off against those. Isn't the worst thing for LaaaaaN at the moment. Yeah. 30 eagles. Okay, DauT really produces. Look at that. Hallelujah.
Yeah, but he needs to. He's now fighting with 5 eagles and 25 plumes. He needs to get those 30 eagles together and then jump on the Rat Archers. Castle did go down, and I mean, Sijan's coming up from the bottom from DauT. Again, eagle production non-stop now, but again, he needs to group them up. He cannot fight with 10 at a time. He needs to have 30, 40 of them, and then he can properly engage.
And the thing is, DauT, that's kind of his last resort, right?
Yes.
It was the one chance. Okay, now let's go for the switch. Let's go for the snowball. But, well, LaaaaaN sees it, and he's just trading off his light cap against eagles and has to be super happy with that.
I don't understand what DauT is doing now. He's bringing the plumes to the side. He's putting eagles to the left side. I guess he wants to save the castle on the top. That makes sense. Yeah, DauT's... Honestly,
T90 just arrived.
Ooh, Eldorado is on the way.
Oh, okay.
That's a really, really important upgrade. Like I would say, DauT now, like, make 30, 40 plumes, keep them in the back, never lose them, and just constantly reinforce with eagles as long as you can, and then you can slowly take the game back. But he needs to get more siege gems as well. It's a big fight in the middle now, potentially. LaaaaaN is moving forward to the hill with Treb's light cap and Rat Archers.
Traps exposed, but even numbers are down.
Yeah, this is a great fight for LaaaaaN still.
Oh, had the hill advantage in the back, doing so much damage against the eagles. Wasn't that just shortly before Eldorado finished as well? I think it did finish in the fight, and well, he really should have waited 30 more seconds there.
DauT has to be so happy that he didn't burn his gold resources on the bottom yet, because he needs those eagle numbers. Actually, eagle numbers of DauT are getting scarily high. He has eagles on the left side still, and he has about 30 eagles now on the bottom. He just needs to buy, like, don't fight, just let your population raise, get up to 200 population with eagles and plumes, then you fight. He's been fighting outnumbered all the time, taking poor trades. He just never ever had the numbers to take a really cost-effective trade.
Breaking 50 eagles now, so numbers are getting into the counts that we want to see, but he's eating so many raids now, dropping below 90 villagers. He's grouping up. I think LaaaaaN could be getting cleared up here quite heavily. Not a lot of light cap to protect this army in the center, and everything is coming over now.
Yeah, but I don't know where those 10 are going. Okay, he wants to protect his eco. Yeah, he needs to take a fight here and just jump on those. This is the army DauT has to clean. If we look at LaaaAN's resources, he's down to 60, 20 gold as well. So LaaaAN is burning a lot of resources too. And like, if LaaaAN lost these 40 Rat Archers, then those would be really hard to reproduce.
And that's really the difference. They're a tiny bit faster than Arbalest, and that really helped you in the retreat there. But eagles are now trying to jump on there. Can we maybe see some walls? No, he's just going back.
Yeah, it was a big misplay with DauT. We should have really been able to catch those, because eagles, he could have just zoned around from the left side. Eagles are still faster, and then he would have been able to take a good fight. All DauT needs now is rams, and he needs to continuously remake villagers, because his economy is in complete shambles.
Oh yeah, that's so ugly. Look at that, more villagers going down. He will easily drop under 70. Raids everywhere, cannot really take any wood. Massive amount of idle villagers behind this as well, but he's diving in with the eagles. Oh, but so much light cap.
Indeed. Luckily for DauT, the eagle, which is his main army now, is not a very expensive unit. He just needs gold miners and he needs a couple of farmers, and he can keep that production going. But of course, you never want to be down to 70 villagers in a situation like this.
Oh, and look at that LaaaaaN. He is just so fine. Let's trade off my light cap against your Eagles. I think DauT is winning this fight. Rams are coming behind this. I think DauT is doing everything right. But simply the production of LaaaaaN, look at how many light cap, how many stables are running behind this. That's ridiculous.
Indeed, there's a lot of units coming. DauT also producing Eagles non-stop. This is the thing though, if DauT can get a jump now on the production of LaaaaaN, oh, DauT is getting a little bit of a surround. He needs to bring the rest of the Eagles to the left side. He might be able to clean up these Rattan Archers. And again, once those siege ram come into effect and they start melting the buildings, this is what DauT needs. DauT is taking the top score now again. If you look at the numbers, it might not look like he's in that such a good position, but actually now, first properly good fight for DauT.
And we are marking the 56-minute mark here. Light cap numbers are increasing now as well. 112 villagers. And, well, DauT with a score lead indeed. Something we haven't seen in quite some time. Raids are coming over at the right-hand side. DauT, he is still pretty exposed. Rattan Archers really dwindled down.
Honestly, again, I just want to point out again, if DauT just walled off the right side, he would have been... This game would have been so much easier for him. Good reaction now, though. He's sending 9 Eagles to deal with the light cav on the right side, so we should be fine there. But this is the thing. LaaaaaN can make light cav non-stop. He has 84 farmers, so the light cav will be non-stop, and he just needs to trade them against Eagles, trade them against the Rams, while keeping the healthy Rattan Archer number behind. And yeah, it just seems like DauT really can't find the right composition to deal with LaaaaaN right now.
What do you think about that? All the light cav now focusing on the Rams.
It's actually turning out to be quite a decent fight for DauT, but again, for LaaaaaN, it's all about burning that gold of DauT, and that's what he's doing a good job of, slow and steady.
Oh, I think LaaaaaN should have focused more on the Eagles here. All the light cav going down. Now he's still trying to micro, but still LaaaaaN with an over 50 population lead. Light cav numbers are getting nicer, and I love how he's controlling his Rattan Archers. Yeah, he's losing some, but never more than necessary.
Exactly, and for every Rattan Archer he loses, DauT loses 5 Eagles, so it's always a good trade. LaaaaaN actually won the raid on the right side as well. He won that fight with the light cavs, and more light cav coming in, so on top of all these fights, DauT is very tunnel vision right now. He wants to finish, like, this is his push. If he doesn't succeed here, he's dead. And LaaaaaN is successfully raiding while fighting in the middle as well, so it's looking great for LaaaaaN, who is currently maxed out while we see DauT struggling on 120 population.
Yeah, and look at how LaaaaaN is just flying in there. Pretty solid population by him and pretty solid APM. Love that, and he has to be happy. He splits his light cav there, summon deeper, and he knows, like, where are you? Like, he's asking himself, where are your woodcutters?
Yeah. Yeah, I just think again about the civilization pick here with Vietnamese. Very unexpected, very surprising, but turning out to work out pretty nicely. And this adds another civilization to the list that mines might be struggling against on Riverside Fortress.
Apparently, yeah. And, well, now Pikeman defense here trying to make something happen. Oh, DauT, he might go for the attack. He might go for the Eagles. Oh. That is the kill for the king. Oh god, that could be...
DauT... Oh, this can be actually super sick if LaaaaaN doesn't react. Don't hold me.
Okay, I hold myself.
If DauT... Oh, he stops there. Oh...
This
is such a huge moment in this game right now. And the king is in the tower. It's confirmed. It's the king. DauT is on the... Does DauT have arson? Does DauT have arson?
Oh no, he realizes.
He's
going for the raid. Light cav is coming over. No, he's going for the raid. He's so close to the king. He's not going for it.
The king is out. The king is out.
The king is running away. And DauT doesn't see it. Oh god, he's running over. Villagers actually blocking here, but the king gets out.
I think he should be fine.
He's just too fast. DauT did try to make something happen. Pop 190 against Pop 115. So many light cav are coming over. He's jumping, not even into the TC. What's going on?
If DauT had 10 plumes with this army, DauT wins this game.
Just 3 plumes.
Yeah.
That would get the kills. Oh, 4 plumes.
2.
Oh, and yeah, this way DauT sadly goes down to Pop 108 and is getting cleared up in the end. Well, actually,
I don't understand. Why did DauT not mix in plumes? He knew what he was going for, and he knew that there's a big chance the king can escape like that.
Yeah. Oh.
Adding 5 plumes to that would have won in the game. It's so sick to think about.
Yeah, and it doesn't make the group slower as well.
Exactly. It would have made so much sense.
Oh, goddy. Maybe I didn't have those. Now he's upgrading guard tower.
Yeah.
Sends 2 villagers in there. Yeah, but DauT should know that is...
Funnily enough, DauT's score lead has increased over the last 2-3 minutes.
What?
So,
style point lead, yeah.
He's actually adding in halberdiers now. DauT is definitely not stopping it. Oh, look, he's putting pikemen into the Rams. Looks like he wants to go for a push of some sort. And you know what? The king of LaaaaaN is now in this castle.
Are you kidding me?
And if there are plume archers with this, which there are not, unfortunately. This could actually be a sick move. Imagine now, there's not enough units from LaaaaaN here yet to stop the Rams. If there were 10 plumes with this push coming here,
Yeah.
that could also have been super dangerous for
Yeah, but
Mr.
LaaaaaN should see it. Look at that, sending Lightcap over. Remember, ZD DauT Cup. I think it was quarterfinals. DauT against Riot. And, well, Riot was ahead. 200 pop against 80 pop of DauT. And he did the ram go with some plume darts. Did snipe the king. Riot was so tilted.
Yeah,
And out of the tournament.
indeed. I mean, DauT was
After
so
that.
tilted.
But no. DauT did it against Riot.
But I played Riot in the final of that tournament.
Yeah, I think it was only one game.
Aha, so, okay. What I want to see now is... Okay, he's sending the king out again. He escaped with the king. So LaaaaaN on top of things now, he knows that he doesn't want to lose his king. Obviously.
Makes sense, right?
I don't know where the king is though anymore. I don't see him.
Uh-oh.
Where's the king? Did he maybe accidentally release him?
Let's see.
This game is now about finding the king.
Uh-oh. I have no idea.
I don't see it garrisoned anymore.
Relic, here. This can be
top castle?
Yeah. So we're all fine.
Great move.
Yeah, that's super far away. DauT did actually catch up in population. He was 90 behind. Now he is only 60 behind.
He is holding on nicely. Those pikemen mixing in his economy is certainly helping out, but still he's being raided on the right side, raided on the top side, so still this is a very uphill battle. He has a lot of villagers queued up though, so if he can just stabilize, then there is of course a chance, but the biggest issue for him no matter what is that LaaaaaN still has 40 Rattan archers alive, and they are packing the punch.
Yeah, you can't kill that army anymore. Light cav raids are coming over and over again. KD is surprisingly super even, but yeah, well, DauT did clear up all the raids in the back there as well, and well, he only needs one more kill if it's the right unit.
Or just chilling while he's being raided. It's very interesting. Guys, get to work.
It's a bit like the first day of NAC.
This looks like me being paid as a caster.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Guys, we have something to do. Could someone do something here? We didn't hear you.
Yeah. Oh, look at that LaaaaaN lumber camp on the top side. So this game feels over, so it's becoming a little bit more memey in terms of casting. So we make more fun of these things. But yeah, I don't know what DauT is really looking for. He's still struggling on a 120 population, and
oh, he doesn't want to lose his home map, right?
Of course,
Against LaaaaaN,
this is a
seed
big
number 8
with Vietnamese.
Yeah, honestly,
a lot of people think Vietnamese is the worst civ in the game.
Yeah. And
I don't agree with that, but a lot of people think so.
What do you think is the worst civ in the game?
I don't know.
Okay.
So yeah, raid again on top side, LaaaAN's taking full control. The thing is, LaaaAN is now on top of DauT's production buildings as well, and funnily enough, for DauT, losing a single barracks is expensive. Every single production building lost is actually so much damage to DauT now as well.
God, and this raid again. This is just so brutal. I think this is the spot where maybe sending 20 plumed archers here at the right-hand side could really do something as well. At the moment, DauT only pikemen, not even halberdiers, not mixing any skirmishes. It's like he has no winning condition at the moment.
Yeah, right now he's merely holding on. He does, yeah. He's like, again, he has no units that can actually kill the Rattan archer. And that's the biggest issue. He's being raided again on the right side, constantly raised. LaaaAN has done a really good job being active, raiding all the time.
What is DauT's plan? I'm really confused here. Why is he still staying in this one? Yeah, obviously there's so much on the line. As we said earlier, if you lose the series, you're
pretty much out of the tournament.
Pretty much, yeah. And, well, going down to 0 isn't the best step to winning a series.
He's now adding archery ranges, so he is making a skirmisher transition. He still has enough villagers to actually make trash units, but the thing is that economy is so idle all the time. There's light cavalry coming in constantly, every single minute there's new light cavalry coming into this economy, and not a cast going down, which was another thing that would just slow down LaaaAN's push. Funnily enough, DauT still has score lead. It's actually insane.
Yeah.
But it's because LaaaAN is losing a lot of units trying to raid DauT and giving DauT
oh god, those pikemen, they will just melt against all those Rattans here. It needs to go back. That's never going to be a great fight. And DauT, he didn't even send them back so far. And yeah, thanks to stuttering away there, Light Cav are moving back, and well, they can't take any engagements here.
Indeed. DauT actually is a better population now than 5 minutes ago, so come back.
Not really.
But the position in the game is looking way worse. The Rat Notch is now on the hill in front of his base. He has lost his production buildings, and like even skirms, Rat Notches do well against skirms as well.
And you still play against a guy who can go for Imperial skirmishes after this.
Indeed. And he also has more relics than you.
Yeah.
So yeah, DauT is taking out the 500 gold he has left in front of his base. That's gonna be 10 Eagle Warriors.
Hype.
Hype.
Okay, now the castle at the front is going down. Where's the waypoint? King could actually run over there if he isn't taking care of that. And, well, LaaaaaN is just holding the hill down. DauT is down to pop 110. Big raid at the right-hand side again, and DauT, I'm really surprised there how much fighting spirit he has in himself.
Yeah, but that's the thing as well. He knows that the last 2 days hasn't been great for him. He's been feeling sick, and I'm sure he came here today feeling good and was ready to go. And then he's like suddenly losing his home map, Red Side Fortress, his bread and butter.
Wow.
Game is over, GG, 2-0 for LaaaaaN.
Losing against Burmese, a civ that we haven't seen. Losing against Vietnamese, a civ that we haven't seen. And look at LaaaAN's smile. He is happy after that W.
Indeed. Very surprising civilization pick first and foremost. Worked out, but DauT made strange decisions yet again.
Yeah, we were discussing army compositions to complement the Red and Archers because we were so sure we would see mass Eagles from DauT,
yes.
but they were so late.
Yeah. I think DauT honestly was surprised how well Rat and Archers did against Plumes. I think this is not something he has played with a lot, and I think honestly this caught him a little bit off guard. But then again, he was playing the game. He could see in the game how good they did. So the Eagle switch would have been so natural and made so much sense.
He had 5k more gold even, so he really used the market. Although his ego was so much behind, and well, he lost a lot of villagers. Timings were obviously pretty similar. Pretty solid opening from LaaaaaN there, getting 953 as a castle age timing. Got 3 relics, which was pretty huge in Vietnamese against Mayan's opening as well.
That relic snag in the middle of the map, which when DauT had full map control, was clutch. Should never have happened, but LaaaaaN was able to pull it off, so good jump to him. The big problem now for DauT is that LaaaaaN also has 2 home maps himself. Good thing for DauT though is, both home maps of LaaaaaN are maps he is very familiar with. So, in theory, I don't think any of these maps necessarily counts against DauT, as he's blowing his nose, pretending to be sick because he's losing.
Aren't we in game? Well, aren't we going into DauT's home map?
We
first?
are. I'm just saying for the long term.
Okay.
Obviously, we're hoping
as DauT fans
wins Golden Pit, because we are. He's our teammate.
Team secret.
Biased casters here. That's what I'm saying. Like, DauT will have to win his home map now, and then he has to play 2 LaaaaaN home maps. But, like I said, the home maps of LaaaaaN aren't necessarily negative for DauT.
Like, those are pretty standard maps. We know a lot about them, and well, he played them a lot. There were also standard maps, or like across we had in NAC 1, Flooded Cross we had in NAC 2, Land Madness, I think were parts in both, or only NAC 2? I think maybe only NAC 2, so we played them a lot. He should have enough practice and should have a good idea. Let's maybe go into the POV and see what civilizations they are going to pick here. Actually, that's too small for me.
I must point out again regarding the last game, the eagles running around to the Tower of the King. If DauT had 5 plumes with those eagles,
don't make me started.
DauT would have won this game, which is so crazy to think about. Considering how terrible his position was, all you need is 5 plumes with those 15 eagles, and DauT wins the game. So DauT actually going for Britons here. They have Regicide still. You should probably run and tell them to get Regicide off, because Regicide is still selected. Good job, overlay guy. We should not mention the civs loudly now, but yeah. What would you do without me? And I'm not even getting caster paid for casting. Yeah,
I think you would have gotten invited if you told me beforehand that you would not cast at all.
Yes. So the matchup we're going to have here, Aztecs versus Britons on Golden Pit. We're playing Build Order Arabia. They just have to pick the map. Oh, now it's showing the right map.
Okay.
Never mind, overlay guy. All good.
Yeah, chill.
What's wrong, overlay guy? Relax. Yeah, so we have Aztecs versus Britons. Game has started. We're gonna go and look, see if we can find the game.
Yeah, I think Britons are kind of undefeated so far, right? I feel like 3 wins or something from them. Now we can type. And
2 of them are mine.
oh, Hera lost.
Oh,
Against you.
goddamn Hera. With Britons?
Yeah, the arena game.
Ah, true.
Although civilization didn't matter that much.
True. It was all about the humans. Yeah. All right. So.
Game of Age of Empires 2 and on it is playing.
But nay.
And on the other side, we have Mr. DauT playing British.
Is there a chance for, can I just click one key to...
Nili is muted?
Can I
Why?
click something to mute myself quickly?
How? How am I muted? From you, or what? You're the worst. You know that I'm really good at muting myself as well. You don't trust me? Okay. Chat even said it, but it was only like 5 people, so I thought there were. Yeah, but overlay guy was trolling. The overlay guy trolls are stronger than chat trolls.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So, again, we have Aztecs for Mr. LaaaaaN. And we have Britons for our Lord and Savior,
Mr. DauT. Okay, so 4 on wood here, quite nice and early. We're expecting something like a man-at-arm opening, what I would think, and you were already saying, ooh, because you looked at the resource
So
distribution.
I'm looking at LaaaAN's map right now, and I see both his goals quite exposed. And I'm looking at DauT's map, and I see a sexy back goal and very easy wallable map. So Josh Fast Castle might be on the cards for DauT here.
And yeah, defensive stone behind this as well. So Yeoman maybe even on the menu at some point. Something you really like.
I
And
like.
yeah, as you guys all know on this map, very little golds, but we're fighting for the pit in the center.
Can we watch DauT's POV while he's luring deer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, luring deer and boar at the same time while building a house and taking wood and taking sheep. All that. Oh, okay, that is going the completely wrong way.
Why is he not shift clicking that? Why? I thought you were just going full hypecaster.
Well,
Nothing to hype?
no,
That's
not
bad,
anymore.
man. That's a
don't
5th
like-
village on
yeah.
wood now. That's weird.
It's just because he was building a house there. So
Yeah, but then
I
just send
think
1 less.
Yeah, but that's fine. I think DauT will go for Josh Vazcastler. He knows he has a back goal here. He knows his map is easy to wall, and the question is just how will LaaaAN play. LaaaAN has 3 on wood, indicating probably man arms opening. And
But nay.
yeah, LaaaAN had to send a villager to the left side. He scouted 1 goat. He only didn't take 2, so he had 1 goat he had to pick up. So that guy has to do a detour to go and pick up the goat before he grabs the boar. A little bit of idle time there unnecessarily, but not the end of the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
LaaaAN is guarding DauT's boar right now with his eagle. So if DauT wants to get this,
And DauT, does he have an idea
can we
about
do
this?
double POV for this? That could be cool.
Yeah, let's go double POV.
Let's go double POV.
DauT
See
is
while
sending
DauT
his...
is standing
he's
there.
sending the villager back.
Okay, that was very hype with the double POV.
Scout, let's take a look. See, he's just scouting the middle. I think scouting the middle is one of the most unimportant things because it's
Yeah.
always at the same spot, and how it looks doesn't matter at all.
It doesn't make any difference at all. He is sending it back now though to help deal with the boar. As we see DauT drop a barracks, trying to go for... They're always going for the boar now again. Maybe double POV time now. Let's get hyped. As the villager goes back a little bit again. Now the boar and the scout is involved again. We have LaaaAN. You see, did he just abort completely?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he did. So very hype again with the double POV. Very exciting feature here at NAC, as we all know. Always exciting.
Well, some people can use it better, maybe. At the right
That should have been
time.
a good moment. It's not my fault that they...
Oh, now double POV,
double POV.
a villager is going down.
No loom. Double POV coming in here.
The villager's running
Villager
and
is
eagle
running
is
in,
chasing. Good
and
that
the
we have double
eagle is
POV.
going back, and we had double POV hype once again. It's a full disaster. I'm never doing double POV again.
Okay.
Not a villager coming out. The drush has been delayed quite a bit now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's actually good for LaaaN, as I do think LaaaN again is trying to play Man-at-Arms here. He's sending Villager to gold now, he's doing a barracks, so it will be a drush from DauT and Man-at-Arms opening from LaaaN. I do like DauT's position here though, he has a great map. He should be able to wall easily before the Man-at-Arms come in, and the drush should be able to buy some time, and therefore I would say DauT is looking in a fine position in order to get this game going exactly how he's planning. He's doing a second lumber camp already though.
And queues up. Ooh, Loom. But no, he only has 300 food.
Yeah, so this
Doesn't have too much food in his hand.
He hasn't queued up villagers
I
though.
think it's just for the villager at the front that he doesn't die to the eagle
That could
and
very well
can finish the walls. That's actually pretty clever.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, if I face those men-at-arms, I think, okay, let's send a second villager, and where did my first villager go? And then I just see a dead body, and then 3 men-at-arms are coming
Indeed. DauT is now preparing the wall on the top side as well, send the second villager. He has 7 idle villas under his towns, and he needs to sort it out ASAP because that's hurting his economy a lot. Those have been idle for quite a while now, while we see LaaaN actually making the forward move, knowing what's about to happen, and DauT spots it immediately.
Yeah, good on DauT there, having the absolutely right position. Eagle's going back. He knows about the militia as well. Now the question is, how do we want to engage LaaaN? Obviously would love to go for men-at-arms first. DauT just could use his militia. I'm a bit unsure why he's going into that direction. Maybe he feels, okay, I'm ward at the bottom anyways, so the most important thing is that you don't go to the top.
This is where the drush comes in very handy as well for DauT. He will have 3 militia that are going to be around just to buy time. And this might actually force DauT to make some sort of earlier uptime and not really commit 100% to the fast castle.
And that's what
My
we're seeing.
script is not working anymore.
Okay, the pop 26 is what DauT is going for. And is it not blinking? Oh, that's unfortunate.
But it's not.
Okay. Well, happens to the best of us. And, well, now the engagement here before Man-at-Arm upgrade actually finishes. Nice micro there by LaaaN. DauT is getting the kill regardless. Scout obviously so nice in this engagement. Militia going down, and I think he should cancel Man-at-Arm upgrade, indeed what he did.
Yeah, this was actually very... I think DauT is going to be very happy with this trade. Again, like this tower here, sure, it controls one of the golds from DauT, but still, DauT doesn't really get affected too much with this. He will have to pull one lumber camp back, where he can easily wall a little bit further back, and he should still be able to follow up as he's intending. He's not on gold though, so he's transitioning into a defensive tower rush, sort of. Yeah, so DauT has aborted his initial plan of going for the fast castle. He's now moving to gold as well, so it will be interesting now to see how DauT follows this up. I'm guessing we'll just see archery ranges coming up, maybe defensive towers, and then a transition into castle age, but LaaaN definitely did get what he was out for here.
Ah, did he really though? He did trade off all his militia, now he's getting walled off. DauT gets an easy defensive tower. I think he did no damage at all. Had to send 2 villagers on stone, 4 villagers idled through the whole time. I think DauT is in huge lead.
The thing though, we have Aztecs. Yeah, economy-wise, DauT should be better off, but Aztecs, the thing is, if he got the free straight fast castle, sure, that's great for DauT, but he did get slowed down. So Aztecs have great economy, their farms are very good. So this is like, it might be what LaaaN kind of wants as well in that case. He can go to cast stage in a while as well, maybe make a full eagle switch, take control of the middle. There's just a lot of things that are potentially going in favor of LaaaN with that in mind. DauT is going for full stone walls now. If only he did it ever before his knockout game, ever. Would have been a thought.
What game are you referencing to?
Every other game he has played in his life.
Ah, you mean the Fortress game as well?
That as well, yeah. So I don't like their archery range from LaaaN though. The tower from DauT is on top of that, so that's quite annoying. LaaaN does make a mining camp though on DauT's gold. That's actually really clever, because that means DauT will need to go to the middle to get gold long term. And he also has the tower there protecting the gold, so yeah. I would say DauT now having a quite an overreaction honestly to the forward. But he's just playing safe. He knows the knife is on his throat.
Do you think DauT will just take 2 longbows?
Longboats? That would be very much surprise me, mister.
What do you think about longbows?
It would make sense considering he's taking stone now. He's going to be safe. Like, he's just going to make economy now and go to castle age. He doesn't have an archery range yet, so there is a chance he goes market blacksmith longbow. But look at the DauT wall. What is this wall? DauT.
Oh, God,
he even knows.
It's to the edge.
What?
He
He even knows!
Oh, he wants to be super safe. Oh. Maybe he watched the cast and like, oh, they're talking all the time about walling to the right-hand side.
What?
Oh, wrong game, DauT. Making sure you...
That's
Well,
nice wall right there. Either way, like the thing is here now, LaaaN. Okay, he invested the same as DauT, 3 militia.
by the way, he didn't really fall the most obvious spot in the front with the stone.
Like, LaaaN invested exactly the same as DauT, 3 militia. Of course, he made an archer range as well, an archer. And LaaaN, behind this, has just been developing his economy and is transitioning to cast stage himself. So I would say LaaaN is looking completely fine here. Resource as well, DauT is close to the cast stage, which is to be expected. He's doing a blacksmith now, he did a market, so it might very well be, as you predicted, that he will just go straight for longbows. Do I like longbows against Aztecs?
Do you like longbows against Atalatal skirms is the main question.
Exactly.
Against eagles.
That's the thing. The thing is, if you get a big number of them, like maybe a first castle to take back your map, then a second castle maybe in the middle.
How do you ever get the map control to get the second castle up, though?
That's the thing. You will have to hope that your longbows will simply get the numbers very quickly. LaaaN is going for stonewalls as well. I think this is good for DauT, honestly, because this will slow down LaaaN's economy. He's investing like 5-6 bills now to wall, and DauT will be to cast ledge faster. He's on the way to click up now. He just needs to sell 100 wood. Then he can click up to the next stage. He just sold 100 wood and still didn't have enough gold, but he should be fine now. So he's on the way to cast ledge now. The cats will go up and the longbow production will probably start as soon as LaaaN hits cast ledge. So question then is, what is LaaaN's follow-up? Will he go eagles, maybe skirms, monks?
I can see both in the queue. Eagle and skirm both queued up here. Wants to counter the crossbows that we most likely won't see. 500 stone, as you said earlier. DauT will easily go for the longbows. I still fear that gold control for DauT will be really problematic. We don't have guilds, and it's not like Brits have like the super eco to sell all the food and wood to, yeah, just get all the gold in the bank. Okay, then skirm is the next step. Let me see. Actually, LaaaN is using the eagle quite nicely here. Trying to find some relics maybe. Not the greatest walls ever, but still good enough. Actually, walls out of the relic, that's not too pretty for him, but still something we can live with. And yeah, not too much vision, but full map control. Maybe we might even see an aggressive siege workshop. Feels pretty LaaaNish.
Indeed. A siege workshop doesn't really make too much sense against Britons though, because he will have a castle up, he will have longbows with 8 range, so they outrange a mangonel as well. And of course there is the option to go for Yeoman as the game goes on. Obviously it's not a cheap upgrade, so usually you don't see it unless there's a huge economy behind. I like this castle, we'll get rid of the tower on the gold of DauT, so he might be able to recover that as well as the game goes on. But yeah, long term the issue is for DauT, how does he get...
Is it in range of the tower?
It should be with +2, no?
I don't even want to couch.
Yeah. Either way, the long-term issue for DauT is, again, how does he get the map control back in the middle? The thing is, if DauT gets the middle control somehow, I think he can justify going full cast stage, add longswords, keep playing longbows, and just because normally the way the game plays out is that Aztecs will be faster to Imperial Age, maybe go for Eagles, maybe go for Trebs, but if Britons play full cast stage and just waits until Aztecs is out of gold, Britons should be favored.
Yeah, well,
if they get the middle.
Yeah, that's that's a big if though. And I love that DauT is adding scout here, wants to see what's up, how much we are in the center, maybe even catch Monk off guard or something. He goes for the farm upgrade. That feels so weird for a Briton player that goes for longbows.
I don't think it's necessarily an issue. His economy should be good, he has a lot of resources, he will be able to drop town centers anyway, so it's just a long-term investment. And again, like I said, if he ends up getting middle control and goes for longswords, for example, having that farm upgrade can benefit his economy a lot. Yeah. I love to get the economy upgrades as Britons because you simply can afford so much, because town centers are cheaper, your economy is usually great, so yeah, it never really hurts. 7 elite skirms released for LaaaN on the front side, so if DauT was paying attention he would have seen that, so he might be able to expect...
No, I think he ran past them earlier. Okay. And the skirmishes were still in the archery range, so he knows that something was in the archery range, but not how much and what kind of unit.
Yeah.
But yeah, skirms feels more natural than crossbows for sure. And yeah, castle, I believe, can't reach the tower, unfortunately, for Mr. DauT.
So we have LaaaaaN making a second tower as well. And it should be fairly equal now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a second tower from LaaaaaN as well, just to control the gold again from DauT. Again, it's really clever by LaaaaaN here. He's already dried about 800 plus, like almost 1,000, more than 1,000 gold from this mine. So really good long-term planning for LaaaaaN here as well.
Okay. Yeah, I like that he takes that for sure, and skirmishes in the center. Scout shot now confirmed the army composition here, and did see all the walls, did see, okay, most of the relics are still untaken, and, well, when is the longbow move out coming? Oh, goes for the siege workshop. I like that against the skirms.
It's a very good decision indeed, but the skirms moved up just at the right timing. Siege workshop coming up in reaction for LaaaaaN as well. I like that LaaaaaN did +2 armor as well on his skirms. That really is going to limit the amount of damage DauT and his longbows can do. DauT has 10 longbows in his castle right now, so as soon as there's a mangonel out, the thing is, in theory, the micro potential is way better for Britons because you have the extra range, so you can also up micro the mangonels. But LaaaaaN is also doing a cute move here, adding a watchtower in the middle, and honestly, if that turns into a guard tower in not too long, DauT's going to have a really hard time actually getting presence on the middle.
We don't have a university though, so unlikely that it's too quickly a guard tower. And, well, LaaaaaN still jumping around, gets the kill against the scout, delays the siege workshop even longer.
Honestly, it might be even a good idea for LaaaaaN to just stay 2 TC here. He has 1 TC at home, 1 TC in the middle, and just stay like that, and then try to go to Imp ASAP to get Eagles. He's doing the Eagle Warrior upgrade now, but obviously that's going to slow down his Imperial Age even more. DauT has a good economy here. He's adding a Knight. He has 10, 11 more villagers, so honestly, I kind of like DauT's position here.
Uh-oh, longbows now fighting this one down. Eagle doing a good job of clearing this one up for now. Another archery range here. It seems like mass skirmisher, mass eagle might be an option. But I think I like longbow knight a bit more.
I agree. Oh, DauT doesn't know about his backstone.
Are you kidding me?
That is so unfortunate. I was thinking, like, why hasn't he moved to that yet in order to get...
But he's still, he can count to 2, right?
Of course.
He knows he has 1 stone spot taken.
But sometimes these things don't come into your brain as you're playing the game. But actually, that missing that stone can be the game, because he needs to get a castle drop to the middle. That was the whole plan here. He gets 1 castle up, and then he gets map control with the longbows and the mangonels, and then he puts the second castle in the middle.
Oh.
Not seeing that is such a big problem for DauT.
I think eventually he will see. Oh no, there's not really an area where he will farm or build any houses pretty soon.
That he goes there anytime soon.
Yeah, it is tricky. So now the knights are moving in. Longbows taking a nice hill here. Shouldn't really take too much damage against the mangonel there. LaaaaaN is trying to go for the repair. Tries to find another angle with the gold there as well. Skirms. Oh, they're not scaring the longbows too far away.
I think one thing to point out here as well that I think DauT is making a big mistake is not taking back the gold of his own yet. 1 ram would have been enough. Even the 2 mangonels is enough to take this out. And he let LaaaaaN take over half of this gold before he's going to take it back. Yeah. That's so much gold that DauT really needs.
Yeah, that's just so ugly. And I think the castle a bit closer over here where the stone walls were might have been an option, while we see the engagement on the other side. Skirmishes dancing against the longbows. Monk behind this, not even starting in conversion, now maybe coming over.
LaaaaaN is getting ballistics as well. It's still not in effect, so DauT can still micro here a little bit. DauT doesn't have any armor upgrades though for his archers. DauT is adding, as we have a pause here, DauT is adding +2 armor for cavalry. So DauT definitely looks like he's going to make some sort of all-in heavy play here. He might be thinking about mixing in light cavalry, because he probably doesn't want to burn gold on scout, on knights.
You might go over there and ask them? Okay.
So yeah, but I like DauT's position here. LaaaAN's economy isn't looking that great. They are continuing the game already, so no need for overlay guy to go in there.
Yeah.
LaaaAN's resources are also at the limit. He's not looking anywhere close to Imperial Age, and he's approaching 30 villager deficit here.
Oh, Sanctity even coming over from LaaaAN, so he wants to go for more. Well, maybe I think Redemption might have been better, but monks aren't super good against longbows either.
Honestly, guard tower would have been his key upgrade here.
I
and
think
make
so
another tower. He's actually he's missing 100 stone for a castle.
Ooh, let's take a look. Mangonel dance
I really
now
like that
starting.
move to shoot for the skirms. He lost to the tower though, Mangano. Really unfortunate. DauT did go for heavily amount of knights though, and he's sending 15 villagers, 20 villagers forward.
That only means
And
one thing.
there is a castle. Did he
I'm
buy?
not allowed to touch you, but
There is a castle coming up from LaaaN as well. This is gonna be so close.
where is he building it then? Oh, longbows.
It took such a big hit.
Oh, that was so big! Oh god, like 6 longbows going down and now he's trying to build the castle at the top there. Oh god, this is going to be so rough.
Oh,
Skirmishes
you know
coming from the
what's-
top. The tower is completely full as well. More mangonels around here. Viper, what's happening?
If LaaaN gets those skirms on the top now to focus the villagers, DauT, that should slow down a lot. But DauT, honestly, DauT should jump on the Villese here. Ignore all army, ignore everything, just go for the Villese. Stop him from building the... Oh, there's a mangonel popping on the top as well for LaaaN. So he's also... Oh,
Shooting
DauT
here.
did get it. DauT did get the mangonel.
Oh,
and
that
a
was
little bit in
nice.
front of you.
Okay, and well, skirmishes are trying to fight this down. I think both castles are going up, honestly.
Indeed, this is... Honestly, I think this was great for DauT. He's still 30 villagers ahead. LaaaN can't... Oh, actually, I'm looking at resources now. Both of them are approaching Imp as well. Dude, this is gonna be
800,
such...
700. Oh yeah, DauT only needs gold. But how is he getting gold? He cannot
Yeah.
sell stone. He's completely out of stone.
And
He already sold wood probably earlier.
LaaaN is still taking his gold. With
At
one
front.
villager.
He killed only 3, and now he's not killing the mining camp there as well. Oh god, that's so sick. Oh god, that was intense for sure. And well, how many? What is LaaaN doing now? He goes for rams now.
And petards.
Yeah, the TaToH push would be petards.
This is looking... Yeah, honestly, a ram now. Just send the ram out and start hitting. This is looking...
Just position yourself.
The castle should go down for DauT here. I
Yeah.
don't see DauT holding this. But DauT still has a big eco lead. He needs to start doing damage where it matters. He needs to ignore the middle now, in my opinion, and go for the counterattacks into LaaaN space. Hurt LaaaN, wood eco, food eco, and force LaaaN to use the market constantly. This is pretty much like gold rush right now, where the guy in the middle has the gold. Fine, that's fine, but you need to find a way to deal with this, and that way is to start hurting the damage, hurting the economy where his eco is vulnerable. DauT is gonna get the gold now himself, but it's only like about 1,000 gold there, so yeah.
Yeah, not much left. And the skirms maybe trying to find an angle there, trying to raid this. Yes, indeed they will. And like add sec knights to the front. They will also get some kills. Villager's actually pretty low. And LaaaN, does he have? No, he doesn't have Eddarter, but he did get some nice kills here. And that's a solid part of DauT's eco here as well, right? No gold income now. Yeah, DauT's villager numbers are out of this world, but that's not all that matters. Or is it?
Well, I'm just trying to get the script running again.
I think you're in the same speed now. How did that ram actually get over there? Siege Workshop, not that much HP. Rams now kissing each other. I think just focusing down the castle might have been a good option, but well, LaaaN will hold this one. But DauT, he will still have the hill advantage here. Who's ahead in this game?
It's really hard to say. I would say one thing to point out is DauT didn't get Yeoman either before that cast goes down. He has his own, of course, but I don't think you can justify spending gold on that. It looks to me like LaaaN is gonna go for full atlatl skirms at the moment. He has monks, skirms, no sign of like a full eagle transition. He's making eagles now, but he is doing atlatl as well. So, but LaaaN's eco is fairly weak. Again, if DauT can just get light cavalry and start raiding,
Where?
he needs to put pressure forward. Like he's too tunnel visioning right now in the middle as well. He needs to like, there should be a forward siege workshop, there should be stables ready to raid, and just like if he just lets LaaaN camp the middle and tries to fight LaaaN in the middle, that's not gonna be a good thing for Mr. LaaaN. One thing to mention though is that DauT still has his castle on the hill. He can make trebuchets still, and he can still fight from uphill to downhill.
Yeah.
That is something that's always going to be beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely on that thing, and that's why we thought Golden Pit is so much better than Gold Rush, because with the Gold Rush hill, it's so much easier to defend, and it kind of decided the game in early Imp or even earlier every single time. But this one really allows comeback, and DauT is trying to go for exactly that.
Indeed, and I must say I still like DauT's position. He has a 36 villager lead. He is he's now starting to raid a little bit on LaaaN's side. Also, this is a potential gold that DauT can take going forward. Because, again, the economy of LaaaN is not very good. I'm not sure if LaaaN can afford skirms and elite eagles at the same time. And DauT has started trapping him down with a huge scout cavalry army. And honestly, the population of DauT is just going to rise and rise. And it's only 2 barracks for LaaaN as well. So eagle production is not going to be huge. LaaaN now forced to wall in his base as well, as the pressure is coming in on multiple fronts now finally, which is what I think DauT should have done a long time ago. And yeah, honestly, I think this looks great for DauT.
Oh, he's now moving in with the light cav here. He is 40 population ahead, dives in, feels like, okay, killing the trap is so important. At comes, not really protecting too much. The monks not really waving, they will all go down. Diving in deep here, Mangonels are dying behind this as well. Oh, LaaaN has nothing to counter this light cav.
Great move by DauT. Also, the first upgrade DauT did hitting Imperial was armor upgrade for light cav. Did not think to get a bracer for his archers. He wanted armor for his light cav, and that was all that matters. Really great decision making by DauT here, and it's proving to probably take the game for him.
Oh, yeah, and that has to put him with a lot of momentum behind him after that strong push here by LaaaN, and he finally found the
DauT
stone
did
in the
find a
back as
stone.
well after building the farms there. And okay, now the castle at the bottom here for DauT. He has to be happy with that. And once he gets onto gold, light cav longbows, I don't think there's a counter to that at the moment.
Indeed. Even the light cav alone would probably win the game from DauT for DauT at the moment. There's not enough eagles. LaaaN is trying to add pikemen. Like LaaaN, it's so weird. LaaaN has had gold control the whole game, yet the units he has been going for has been skirmishers and light cavalry. No, pikemen.
Yeah, he squeezed in some monks, did some upgrades there, but yeah, it didn't look like the big gold army. Now he's trying to run away. 3 spearmen, not too scary. Still, DauT feels like retreating, does not want to take any bad engagements in this fight.
When you have the middle gold, what makes sense is, alright, I have the gold, I should make gold units, right? They usually trade very well against non-gold units, and if he just invested his eco into like eagles instead of all these skirmishers and atlatl, probably he would have been able to hold this game.
Yeah, it feels like it, but well, that did not happen, and well, maybe something with the monks. It is tricky to say. I also felt like, do you really need the castle here? Probably, yeah, because
the pressure was coming in.
Yeah, I feel it was
still,
simply the eco wasn't there.
But I still think just 2 guard towers, mangonels in the middle would have been fine for him to defend. Then he could use the castle on the hill somewhere. But yeah, again, I think main issue still just came out that he didn't add enough economy. He went for map control and sacrificed too much economy in the process. And credit to DauT here, he kept his cool, he made the right decisions considering the circumstances, and now it's looking good for DauT.
Absolutely, over 60 population ahead, has all the control in the center, has to be happy with that. Not the most efficient mining in the center, gets all the upgrades behind it, and light cav longbow. I even feel Cavaliers could be a nice addition.
Could be, but it will be kind of overkill. I think he just wants to spend the gold now on longbows, and the food can go into light cav. It serves the purpose as well with the meat shield here. Trebuchet is coming out. Maybe Warbroth would have been something. Could have been cool. But DauT should be able to drop another castle any second now, and I bet you DauT is not a safe player. He will not make the castle in the middle. He will make the castle in the face of LaaaN, probably where his army is right now.
Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense. He has the traps around. They're actually protecting those pretty nicely. LaaaN at the moment only getting this 1 goal. DauT wants to pressure that. I think this might be the final engagement of the game, but no, DauT retreats again. Another fight where I felt with some micro he could have taken a favorable engagement.
Oh, what? DauT going for a safe castle? Okay. DauT means business.
He takes the stun on seriously.
He is not messing around anymore. DauT embracing now as well, is doing armor upgrades for longbows, so the longbows are just going to start and dominate more and more. There should be no way for LaaaN to even get on top of those anymore. So yeah, I think this is now, LaaaN is on his final legs. He's not going to be able to stay in this game anymore. He's doing a castle on the top side himself, but again, that castle doesn't really serve much of a purpose in my honest opinion.
Yeah, he's losing the stone, he's
Yeah.
losing the gold at
It's
the
actually
front there.
quite a strange cast, but I guess there are 4 trebuchets in the area, so he cannot make it to defend his front resources.
LaaaN feels, okay, my population is increasing. He got from 100 to 130, and his army is getting bigger. He sees, though, that all his army might just die here. He's taking an occasion fight against all the light cav. Longbows behind this. This is a tough fight to call. I think the spearman
The
took the
thing
fight.
is, no matter what here, this is still going to be cost effective for DauT, because DauT has the economy, he has the military, he will be able to reproduce. Honestly, the best unit DauT can make right now is probably Champion, because LaaaN has no access to gold. He can only make pikemen and skirms, so Champion would counter both of those.
Yeah, normally skirms feels good against that, but atlatl should counter that. And LaaaN, he has to be happy with how this fight went, but still 50 population behind.
This is a similar scenario to the Race of Fortress game, where it might look like the fight was okay-ish, but all things considered, DauT still traded very cost effectively considering the circumstances of the game. And yeah, like I said, it's just LaaaaaN is on a timer here, where he has to win the game in the next 10 seconds to have a chance.
We can do a countdown. Wolf on the
Yeah.
way as well, so DauT can easily defend in that way. So even the trap push from the top won't really be something that DauT should be too scared about. I like that LaaaaaN is increasing his numbers, but also DauT thinks, okay, what's going on here? You are continuing to play, although your army looks so shady. Are you planning something at the side attack? And actually, no, he is not even doing that. DauT,
Oh, the militia on the top side, still
Yeah.
alive.
we saw that, and won't really do too much. DauT also did check that and is now combining all forces and wants to make another go apparently here. What are the traps up to?
Yeoman coming in as well, elite longbowman on the way. DauT has so many resources right now. There's just simply
And
the relics.
100% accuracy.
Double trebuchet going down. Sure, LaaaaaN has the hill, but DauT has resources. He can play, make units for days. I don't understand the light cav unit still. Should just go for. He knows he has this game. He doesn't really have to worry about anything.
Yeah, probably. Population lead down to 40 only, but I think that is still enough. Look at that, Warwolves finally connecting. Well, not really.
This is actually a really bad fight for DauT, but it doesn't matter. He's so far ahead right now. Raiding on the gold as well. Ooh, LaaaaaN with the quick walls. Good job. One thing to point out though is like no one actually even considered the relics this game, which is a little bit surprising considering we have Aztecs here and middle gold. Of course, doesn't come into effect now, but just worth pointing out that relics could have been really helpful, especially for LaaaaaN here.
Yeah, he had the map control at enough time to right at the bottom, two at the top, one in the back there for LaaaaaN. He is at pop 1 and 20, DauT just licking his wounds, and indeed is going for the cavalry attack here. Hello! Can they hear the stream? Oh, Nili said cavaliers. Must have been a good idea.
I don't think his brain works like that.
Yeah, I think he never thought that.
Exactly.
Oh, feels bad, man.
Yeah, well, DauT can do whatever he wants. He has so much gold. I still don't understand Cavalier. Like, it just makes sense to go champion here. Counters everything LaaaaaN has. Cavalier still gets countered by pikemen, so yeah. But like I said, DauT should win this game no matter what he makes at this point. Still would like him to see him use the traps on the skirms. Oh, he is right now. Ooh, that was a big shot.
Hallelujah!
That's exactly what we wanted to see. And now the army from LaaaaaN will just melt, and it's gonna be a GG called from LaaaaaN any second right now.
DauT keeps himself in the tournament, keeps himself in the series.
I'm not sure how happy DauT is with this game, honestly. He got pushed. He had to go full stone walls. Not something DauT wants to play usually. And even the middle. Oops, there goes my phone. Even the middle was quite shaky for a bit. There was almost a DauT castle there. This was not a convincing game by any means until like they both hit Imperial Age.
If the skirms are microing a bit better here, and we have the 2-3 mangonels a bit better, that castle might be denied, and LaaaaaN has such an easier setup for the Imp.
I think LaaaAN's decision making as well was questionable with so many skirms instead of using the gold he has in the middle to go for elite eagles. But yeah, still DauT pulled so far. LaaaAN did stay 2 town centers until he got to Imp. So the economy of DauT pulled far ahead, and yeah, it's tough to say.
Far ahead even.
Yeah, super far ahead. I think it was questionable decision making from LaaaAN here in this game.
Yeah, wanted to go for the pressure. It's obviously not that easy. But well, we also knew DauT would very likely stay on longbows for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if DauT feels happy about this game still. Of course, he should be happy that he won the game.
He is happy with the scoreboard,
Yes,
at least.
Exactly. So, coming up will be Land Madness or Cross. Which map do you think LaaaAN will go for first?
I think Cross.
Okay.
Unless there are any mind games that
Cross
I might
is a map. Cross is a map that DauT has played a lot. Me and DauT practiced a fair amount of Cross for ECL as well.
Okay.
For the first ECL tournament. And I must say DauT played that map very well. So this could easily have been a home map for DauT as well, in my opinion.
Oh.
He probably hasn't played it much lately, but he has a really good idea of how to play the map.
That's practice like 3/4 of a year ago?
Yeah, it's a while back, but it's still, you have that in the back of your memory, so you know how this map should be played out according to our thoughts and opinions. Can I take a quick run to the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead. So we have LaaaN now with the change going for Persians. Normally he always went for Japanese here. That's a small surprise to me. On the other side, DauT, he likes to play random. What is he going for? What do you mean? In your thingy. Not yet. You can jump in. Run, run, run. Okay, and DauT is going for Japanese now, so a bit surprising there. I thought it could be the other way around. Viper just quickly getting his socks. LaaaN still in a pretty good mood here. I like to see him smile. DauT, although he won the game, still not that super happy here. You can see him breathing heavily, and he is wearing the secret shirt, trying to make them proud. And, well, the intensity will rise here because we are jumping into the next game any second. I will search for DauT here, and, well, if DauT loses another map out of the next two, he's basically out of the tournament, and that would be really sad for a lot of DauT fanboys out here, but well, we still have a lot for us. I just realized how we bugged out the one time over here, but well, that was another series. And well, now we are live here, and overlay guy not doing his work. It's Nili with, well, no one really, but happens. And he's laughing. At least I'm entertaining him. So LaaaN is playing Persians, has a pretty beautiful lake in his back, is not going for the direct dock opening, at least not so far. No, 6 villager on wood here, and on the other side missed it out. 6 villagers on wood as well, but that's super standard with wood on sheep. But that's super standard with Japanese. Has a beautiful dock in his back as well. And I love this generation of cross because we have two super contested pawns, the one at the top and the one at the bottom. Interesting to see who goes for what. Also, maps, well, they don't feel too wallable. Yes, I see short walls to control the map, but distance is somewhat short here to go for some manual aggression behind this. And I'm interested to see how they will play this out. Obviously, the new Persians, now with faster working TCs, the faster working docks, everything should be pretty damn cool for them. And no extra docks at the moment. Nothing too special to see. Let's maybe take a look at the gold spots. This one is open at the bottom, actually quite far away from LaaaN. He cannot be happy with that. Secondary and secondary gold. Also not too pretty. Another exposed gold. Maybe if he goes for those walls. But yeah, this is kind of open for LaaaN, I have to say. Might be very vulnerable to pressure. On the other side, DauT has to be happy with his main gold spot. Stone in the bag, massive wood line here as well. I like DauT's map a bit more. Berries here as well, but berries not the most important thing on cross. As you all know, fishing ship count can rise so easily. Faster production there from the Persians, more efficiency from the Japanese. That's why we see those two civilizations. We see even Loon queued up here. That's a bit surprising to me. Doesn't want to take the risk, sending the villager out to the back and potentially getting sniped there. First boar coming in now. Second boar is not to be found by me. I'm a bit surprised. What are we seeing? Oh, we have a scout boar in the back here, and 29 HP to 30 HP, LaaaN with a slight HP advantage, now gets another hit off. DauT wants to take the fight from the hill, LaaaN is taking it again. Oh, it's so tricky to say, but well, LaaaN now with 4 HP ahead. He should be fine with this one. Dock is up and housed here as well. So surprised, why did I not see the second boar of DauT? Or are we already in the phase? No, okay. The boar was at the top. Actually, Liereyy might have gotten sneaky. No, that's even too far for Liereyy. But he has a scout still. Kind of scout. Scouting sheep. Still in no man's land, and you like rank play apparently. And, well, 5 villagers on wood. I think I saw 6 here. Yeah, 6 villagers on wood with Persians. Why do we see that?
To me it seems like he might want to go for 2 dock quite early to get that fish boom going. Japanese for DauT, okay, that's interesting. I think late game composition here should favor Japanese, at least for the early Imperial age. And that's a surprising wall with DauT, it's a little bit strange.
He had such easy walls, honestly. It's such a bad map control. Oh god, he's given out that huge wood line. Gives up so much map control, and he could potentially be sneaked. And that's kind of declaring, okay, I won't really contest that pawn at the bottom.
Well, it doesn't really. You can always send a villager there to sneak and make a dock as the game goes on, so I don't think that matters too much. DauT also sending 7 vills on wood, so both of them are really looking to benefit from that fish. Sorry?
Yeah, he's trying to refresh, he's trying to find
can't
it.
find again.
Fields,
So good.
Badman. Okay, pretty damn sexy fish here, very close to us, and yeah. Oh boy, better. Doesn't want to look on my screen, wants to look at the neutral screen apparently. Okay, 3 fishing ship here from both players, nothing too special. Only going to the feudal age, we will see what are they going for. Persians? Well, scouts makes a lot of sense. We are up now, being LaaaN, and on the other side DauT. He is sitting at 450 food. Well, idle in TC for quite some time. Walls out his berries will create a smaller map than I would have expected.
Agree with that. Not sure what their approach is gonna be though. LaaaN did go for a fast village, I guess. I don't know how he played. I didn't watch when he played this the first time. Is it as was Persians then as well?
LaaaN played a Japanese mirror against Villese.
Okay, so LaaaN has switched to Persians. 4 on gold. He's doing a barracks. Could be archers straight, which is a weird approach in my opinion.
I actually like archer spearmen. Don't you?
I think
Against
it's
the
too
Japanese. Oh
easily-
no, yeah, against what would as a Persian?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then
It's
that is strange.
Too
Yeah.
easily countered by just skirms. Always doing men at arms. This is super late though. He just got the barracks up and now he's adding militia.
Oh, that's why we were
Oh, he's going
so
forward even.
confused.
He's going forward.
Only 2 villagers though. Let's take a quick look at what he sees.
Oh, you know what?
wants to-
DauT could do a masterpiece there if he goes inside. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he sees that honestly. Oh, look at that. He's doing
this
to
is a
masterpiece by losing a
Did
villager.
Can we see if DauT sees that or not?
DauT
Oh, he will now.
spot it
Okay,
now.
that's a really good scout for DauT.
DauT is coming over. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't try to commit on that villager. Apparently, yeah, the scouts were low from earlier. Man-at-arm upgrade is coming behind this, but only 2 man-at-arms now. We're already at 10:22 and still only 2 militia. Oh god, DauT needs to wall this way smaller.
Yeah.
Oh, tower.
It's a little bit preemptive. I think we made it more forward as well, considering how his walling is. Like, yeah, on that hill area. I think DauT should be okay. Yeah, again, the tower was just too fast. I mean, he has safe woodlands to run back to, also safe back stone, which is not the end of the world. I think DauT has added more fishing ship than LaaaN, so economy-wise, he might be better off. He has 7, while LaaaN only has 5, so and Japanese fishing ship worked very well as well. I like the DauT position here. I think the tower was preemptive and wrong position, but he should be in a good position here.
He will be pushed away from that woodline, but also for Japanese woodlines or lumber camps.
Can we see what's happening all the way in the top pond? Ooh, so LaaaN sent the villager there. He wants to dock that pond as well. And start increasing the fishing ship count.
Yeah, that's pretty sexy for him. And at the moment, his resources should allow him to build a dock. Could also go for something else. Oh, that's a weird placement though, right?
It is, but he might make 2 docks there, so not only might go further in, but yeah, I agree.
Okay. So what are the next steps here? DauT archery range, actually losing a lot of HP. I think those men-at-arms might just take it down, right?
Nah, he should have skirmishes to defend it, so it shouldn't be a problem. The tower doesn't reach there either, so villagers will always defend it. Good move by DauT there, snagging 1 archer, and there goes the men-at-arms. Or there stays them, yeah. I think now next step for DauT is just get a blacksmith up, get fletching, and then keep developing his food economy. Honestly, he should probably sneak a villager to the bottom side and do a dock there as well.
Would have absolutely
And even
loved that.
then, after that, he could try and sneak onto LaaaN's lake. So just like a step-by-step move towards the lake of LaaaN. LaaaN now has added 7 fishing ships himself in his pond. Well, DauT, is he still on 7 himself?
We will see.
That's
here.
LaaaN with 7.
7, indeed. Now some here and DauT behind this.
Still
It's
7.
at 7 as well. As you can see, villagers at the bottom is not actually villagers. That is villagers plus fishing ships. And what did I tell you? Emotionally, someone who walks like this never goes for the pond at the bottom. I'm a field player.
Yeah. I still think he will go for the pond. It's just he will delay a little bit and do it in a little bit.
Only if he deletes one of those walls.
No,
Yes.
disagreed. I think DauT's movement here is good. He's scouting. He knows that LaaaN is completely open. He's super exposed. So any counterattack will do a lot of damage. Has LaaaN made a stable or anything of that sort?
I didn't see anything. No, well, that looks like a blacksmith at least in the back. And yeah, you were a bit late, but we did point out that gold spots aren't that pretty for Mr. LaaaN here. Also, that gold was kind of exposed, and now he's building the defensive tower. Is fearing the counterattack, but should clear this one up. Man-at-Arms can chase down. He has the small hill advantage. I think DauT will get just smashed here.
DauT has fetching though, and LaaaN does not. So in theory, DauT might be able to get out with a really good trade.
Oh, where was the quick wall there?
More army coming in from DauT as well, so actually very good trade for DauT, all things considered. Scout coming in from behind as well to attack those skirms. This is actually turning out great for DauT.
Oh boy, how did that even happen? Man-at-Arms are going down. DauT with a quite nice micro behind this. The back group, even with the archers killing the Man-at-Arm, and well, LaaaN is losing everything. KD 9-4, and that will increase for DauT now.
Well, DauT showed this last game he's not messing around anymore, so now things are getting real.
Suddenly building a defensive castle.
Yeah, I'm getting excited. And if we can see, is there a villager moving to the bottom pond without deleting a palisade wall, maybe?
I think he rebuilt the palisade. Okay.
We'll go further with that one.
DauT is now building a stable, and well, that's a small group that could be scary if it wasn't for the tower. LaaaN with some walls, I like that. Goes for some more walls over here.
Maybe we can have a look at LaaaN's resources, because DauT is approaching 500 and should be close. Ooh, LaaaN is super far away, so this game is actually looking really, really good for DauT.
I see a lot of people spamming in the chat now. Nili grassed out, Nili energy, because they feel the hype for game 5. It's looking good for DauT at the moment, but still, LaaaN 2 pawns against 2 pawns. There's a lot to happen. Persian's incredibly good in late game as well with the new setup.
Indeed. I just think what LaaaN did here going forward against a Japanese player with a pond is very likely to not work. There are, like, he has cheaper lumber camps. He can always adapt and move wood lines. He has great fish behind this. Oh, DauT is even going for the 3rd pond on the top. He will scout LaaaN's dock. They both want to dock the same spot, apparently.
I think he just clicked to that
could
area. I think LaaaN went for the surgery because he didn't like his gold. And he felt the map was so open. Felt like, okay, if my opponent is just going archers, I need to go for skirms, which isn't too pretty with Persians. And then he thought, okay, maybe I get the control.
Very interesting house right there.
That one, yeah. Double house makes more sense than one delete.
What happened here? What happened here?
Okay.
That's actually a full disaster. Maybe he accidentally deleted the house, and now it's... Oh, he's doing a tower there, but still, this is going to be so much idle time. And DauT is 20% on the way to Castle Age. This is just looking... Ooh, sneaky attack on DauT. And DauT's going to be super focused now on killing Vils from LaaaN. So this could be so much damage for both of them. Let's check out both point of views here. Both of them focused. DauT, I'm not sure if DauT... Oh, he sees the fish now on the top side. I don't think DauT noticed yet in his own base. This could actually really hurt for DauT.
Oh, he isn't looking back.
He's still not looking at all.
Look at that. DauT on the right side. Oh, now he's shaking his head.
He just... I saw he looked at the minimap and he saw it immediately. Yeah. Really, really painful.
Oh, that's so ugly.
I still think DauT is in a good spot, all things considered. Of course, that sucks. It's really painful. But he has 4 docks now. 2 fish blooming on the bottom. He did a lot of damage. He's cleaning up those archers. And I don't think LaaaN knows that DauT did a dock on the top side. So I think DauT, of course, that was unnecessary damage, but I think DauT is still in a really, really good position.
Oh, indeed, he didn't see the dock yet. That's so brutal for him as well. As you can see at the bottom, yeah, LaaaN is 13 workers ahead, but DauT 78% castle age already, clearing this one up behind. DauT still with massive amount of idols, but once he gets his 2-3 docks up...
Oh, that's so much fish.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
And fish traps in DE, when you can automatically reseed them, they can be very, very useful.
DauT down to 29 villagers here at the 21-minute mark with Japanese. Not pretty, but reaching castle age.
Indeed, I mean, if he can kill the fish on the top side as well, in theory he has 3 ponds for himself as well. So, and also he will take about 5-6 fish and ship with LaaaN. If he, oh, even a dock there.
4 dock DauT.
DauT getting control of all the lakes can be huge. How is LaaaN's food eco looking right now? Does he have, like, on land? He has 6 farms, a couple of berries, I assume. So if all his fish disappears, suddenly LaaaN's economy is gonna be, just gone.
Yeah,
Like that.
He is 17 villagers ahead, but well, the fishing ships. If he loses those, it's easily DauT's eco advantage. And, well, DauT, he's still going for this. Score is heavily in his favor. Just building a random dock here? What's happening there?
I think he spotted the DauT's dock, and he's making his own fire ship as well. So I'm guessing that's the reason there. DauT doing counter damage here though, idling so much idle time. There's villagers going down. DauT is doing a really good job to compensate here. Of course, he did take a lot of damage. Those villagers still trapped in the right corner. He has army on both sides. DauT could kill those 5-6 villagers.
Yeah, I think he's happy with just blocking the wood lines completely.
Yeah,
dives under there. I think that should be a mistake.
That's a really good move.
Well, if he isn't getting punished, for sure.
Yeah, and he stops there. He stops there. Oh, well, that was probably good.
Yeah, well, he clicked it somewhat there.
LaaaN just hit Castle Age now. Bloodline's on the way, and there's a Knight Kudo. I think he only has one stable at the moment, yeah. Second one coming up. He can't afford a lumber camp. He has 10, 15 villagers long chopping wood.
That's so ugly.
Even though DauT has way less vills, all his vills are working way more efficiently than LaaaN right now. Sneaking around on the gold as well, so this is looking really, really rough now for Mr. LaaaN. Losing the fish on the right side, DauT
is in full
considering
control.
that hiccup, he is playing this excellently.
Yeah, absolutely. Those 5 archers, they were so deadly, but not enough. DauT just quadruple pawn play here, snacks another villager, and yeah, he's just on point. Tower not getting any kills, he's moving away there. Knights are getting the clear up now though.
Indeed, but that's to be expected. He was not expecting those to be there for long. He wanted to idle there. I think DauT now needs to add a monastery, try to get a town center up, get some economy running, and just ensure that he doesn't lose control of the pawns.
I don't really see LaaaN contesting any of the pawns, right? How many do we have here?
Two fire ships there.
Okay.
I don't think he has. He still has fire. No, he has fire ships.
Okay, 2 against 3. So yeah, it is contested.
The damage was done. He took out the fishing ship.
Absolutely,
so if LaaaN wants to fish again, he has to reinvest. And this is already like a. There's not much fish left in that pond, so it's even worth it for LaaaN to refish that. That's the question, right?
Some like adding 5 and going into fish traps, but yeah, it takes completely the wind out of your sails. DauT now with 39 villagers, 61 workers, I mean 22 fishing ships, Japanese fishing ships with gill nets.
Does he have gill nets though? Did you see it coming? Ooh, DauT coming.
I
with
say
some
yes.
archers.
It's DauT.
But this is LaaaN with 5 archers, and DauT has crossbow, tower, town center. These archers are doing nothing.
Worked out fine last time.
Indeed. Yeah, for DauT now it's falling back, play safe. He knows he should be in a good position. He needs to get ballistics, I would say, to be able to deal with knights, and then he can, once he has a crossbow number he's happy with, he can start counterattacking again.
Yeah, and it feels like the number is not yet here. Defensive TC, 2 defensive TCs.
3 defensive TCs.
Well, that's a starting TC. Would you call it the starting TC, a defensive TC?
Yes.
Okay, then 3 defensive TCs.
I like DauT's economy balance areas. So many wood villagers on wood, and then just using the wood for fish. Fish traps probably, I assume, have started. Yes, indeed. So I think he needs to add another dock in that pond to make more efficient fish traps. Ooh, picking up a villager in the middle of the map as well. That was going forward. Great catch by DauT here. Who's just pulling his lead further and further ahead.
Yeah, LaaaN is the guy who always likes to squeeze in the aggressive siege workshop, go for some aggression with the Mangonel, something, well, to give DauT a chance to throw the game. But DauT with the awareness, that's what I like. Even in the games where he lost, his scouting with extra added scouts was really nice.
This is a DauT that is fully focused, realizing that, okay, he knows he can play with the best, purely mechanically. He can macro with the best. He just needs to scout and make the right decisions. And that's what he's doing now. He's playing more precaution, taking more precautions. He's scouting more. He's making more decisions based on information rather than decisions based on his own crazy mind. So that helps a lot. And yeah, it's proving that it's a more successful approach for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And he is a guy who always counts on his decision making. He's a guy who doesn't have any screw-ups when it comes to strategies. At least that's what I thought, and that's why we were so super confused with the Fortress game as well.
Yeah. I have one thing to... I have a question. If DauT plays Rise of Fortress again, do you think he will go Mayans?
We already ruled out Mayans before the series, right?
We didn't rule them out. We were wondering if he would still go for them.
I think... yes. Yes, I think he still goes for them. Knight is doing some damage, crossbowman behind us.
DauT is stubborn, but I don't think he will go Mayans again.
Okay. Ooh.
Was he trying to go for Fort Castle and running into Mangonel like always?
Does that sound like DauT to you with
That
650
sounds
stone?
like DauT to
Now
me.
goes for a very defensive one. And
he's blocking himself. There we go. Finally going up, and still chance for DauT TC. A lot of things have to go wrong, but one Mangonel can never rule out. Oh, DauT is on the way to Imperial Age as well, 20%. Yeah, this game should be firmly in his control right now. I think LaaaaaN noticed the score drop as well. There's only 600 different right now. Villager count, LaaaaaN is looking healthy as well, but it's just the composition now as well. LaaaaaN just doing horse color now, so that's hurts a lot. His food eco as well. But yeah, composition-wise, as Persians, I guess you want to do some cavalry trash bow mix, and you need a lot of economy for that. And I don't think DauT is going to give LaaaaaN the time to get to a perfect composition.
yeah. LaaaaaN, he did retake 2 dogs or 2 pawns with a lot of work there, and that slowed down his economy on land as well. As you just said, eco upgrades a bit later. DauT now going for handcart behind this, 100 workers for him. KD pretty even still, and I think just wait it out, get Arbalest, get Bracer, and LaaaaaN, how are his resources looking?
Tower rush through the center, let's go. Yeah, this is looking real tough. DauT will just take straight into Arbalest and probably make trebuchets, and honestly this game should end within the next 2, 3, 4 minutes. Unless DauT plays like a different DauT, a safe DauT, and takes it slow and just gets further ahead.
Yeah, but honestly, like, getting further ahead, even if he moves like half a screen to the right-hand side after building 1 trap, it is so easy. Actually, what is he trying to do? He kills the outpost. Yeah, it just goes back.
Yeah, this is definitely a DauT that doesn't want to mess up.
The DauT 2 games ago would have split microed on the hill against
And
the
lost
Mangonel.
everything, probably. Yeah, no, but you can tell, it's very obvious. Like, if you compare it to the game you play against TaToH, against Yo, his way of approaching the game right now is very, very different. He's playing way safer, making way less rash decisions just from civilization choices and all those things. So this is a DauT that has realized, okay, my tournament life is at stake here. I need to play safe.
What's the difference between cautious and scared in this case?
Well, I don't think he's scared. If you lose, he still gets a good prize pool. I think it's more about, okay, like, it's about pride at this point. I think it's more about pride.
Okay.
He thinks that he plays better, and he thinks he wants to show people that he plays better.
Yeah, I know. He was really confident. We did the bet before Hera joined, if he makes it into the top 4/top 6, and he was really happy with the bet. And yeah, he said he is playing really good Age of Empires at the moment and wants to show it. And well, he's at least showing some good raiding skills here with Arbalest against.
Well, DauT still has like what, the 28th week on the ladder, so.
Oh, let's go, DauT beating Fire on the ladder and other players at 6 AM in the morning. Congratulations to that.
DauT has already prepared his pikeman switch. Halfday will be following shortly. Swing a castle on the hill, making skirmishers. The thing is, when DauT techs into pikeman, he can easily tech into samurai as well as the game goes on, and that will counter skirmishers really hard. I think LaaaaaN is just now relying on trying to get to Imp and getting that trash bow composition going, and hopefully he can trade cost effectively enough to actually survive. Poor dear DauT, Kolpeta.
I'm a Kolpeta.
Yeah, but DauT will just get 1, 2 traps out. I think LaaaaaN is still, he has to make units and cast that as well now, so Imperial Age should be a distant dream for Mr. LaaaaaN, and I don't think LaaaaaN is gonna stay in this game for much longer.
Ooh, a split micro. Hello, overlay guy even changing his rhythm there.
When DauT marks like this, then you might think he can actually make it
to the top 6.
Top 7. Okay, 6.
Okay, so LaaaaaN still very low resources here. I don't really see him, well, not committing fully in Castle Age, so it is more Mangonels.
Can this be a DauT TC? DauT Castle? No.
Not really, no.
DauT 2 games ago would have gone in, try to kill the villagers.
But it is enough. Oh, and do you see LaaaaaN? He is like, oh.
It's like a nervous laugh. He was up 2-0, and now he's suddenly 2-2.
Yeah.
And DauT blowing his nose, just casually, showing that he's sick.
Honestly, I don't want to overhype it, but if LaaaaaN wins 3-0 against DauT, or I would have won 3-0 against DauT, I think people would completely view him differently for years to come. Like this with like thousands of people watching the stage, everything on the line. He was like saying we have to have more people come in that aren't like the typical 5 invited players that we have over and over again. This could have been his chance, and now it's slipping out of his hands.
I don't think.
Who's that in the red? Huh? At the top there.
It's Villese. I think, regardless.
I only want to see the guys at the top. Okay, overlay guy killing the party. Okay, then we look at the achievement if overlay guy doesn't want to show behind the scenes.
I don't necessarily think that if he won DauT 3-0, people would have viewed him differently for years to come. Of course, there would have been like on people's minds that LaaaaaN can beat a player like DauT 3-0.
Yeah, not like he's top 5 player.
No, of course not.
No, but I think that would have stuck with him for quite some time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it makes trash talking so much easier than I'm the guy who almost beat DauT in a series. And everyone like, what? Almost? But well, there's still a lot to come. And he can easily win the series, right?
Well, it's 2-2. We're down to the last map, and it's Land Madness, which is quite the crazy map. Resources super exposed. What state do they go for here? None have used Mongols, right? So Mongols and Huns might be on the cards here.
LaaaaaN has surprised us with civilization picks, so he might go for something completely different.
LaaaaaN hasn't used Mayans either yet, right? So Mayans could be an option. I would say still like Franks, Slavs are also options. Mongols, Huns, Aztecs could be an option as well.
So we see that. Overlay guy can mute me.
Alla Tentori. Oh, I didn't expect him to go for that. Oh, that actually means random. Okay. So LaaaaaN here is going for Mongols, while DauT has yet to pick a civ. I'm not sure what exactly to expect there. Okay. DauT still not sure. He always looking at the civ now. Always looking at Khmer. Oh, he was over Khmer for a second there. I got hyped. Oh, so this will be as fair as it possibly can be. Mongols war on Land Madness. This should be an exciting match. Both of them have. This is their moment. If they want to have a chance in this tournament, they have to win this game.
Yeah,
there's so much at stake
on the line
right now.
Yeah. And for the first time ever, T90 watching over there as well, so they might feel the pressure.
Oh yeah.
From the eminence.
Wow.
The master of sellout. He will be around.
Salmon Lord.
The Salmon Lord. And overlay guy is telling us, choo. Hype game 5. He is such a fan of the hype song, and I told him no, we need to go back on that one.
He never plays it though.
He never plays it, man. That's so
disappointing.
Like we had a long conversation what we can do, and yeah, well, I could get one hype song per day out of him. Fields, Nili man, not even allowed to decide the playlist on my own tournament. Okay, so LaaaaaN indeed with Mongols against DauT with the Mongols as well. Exactly what we expected here from our 2 players. And, well, why are Mongols so good on this map?
First of all, there's a lot of deer spread and scattered around the map. I gotta say, just like first impression looking at LaaaAN's deer are super fortunate. He has 4 deer right to both sides of his town center. While I'm looking quickly over at DauT's map, his deer are way further away, so that's very, very unfortunate for DauT. The DauT's map is actually super unfortunate for Land Madness.
Oh yeah.
This is actually crazy unlucky. If only the tournament had restarts, which DauT was heavily against.
Yeah.
That's actually super unfortunate. It's a little bit sad if this actually turns out to be like deciding, but we'll see. So yeah, pretty much Land Madness. You can see there's like all small like gold mines, small stone mines. There's deer and berries scattered around. It's not like a lot of them. It's just like 3 piles here and there, 4 piles of berries, and again, Mongols are good because that extra deer food is going to be super helpful because Mongol hunt way faster than other civilizations, and there's also less sheep on the map. So yeah, you really start relying on that hunt.
Okay, sweet stuff. And Mongols have shown to be a strong civilization here. Gives you a lot of map control with the early up timings. DauT with 4 sheep to push only. That's going to be indeed tricky. We have 2 boars though. And DauT for now only sent 2 on wood, but that's not a problem. What a good populations to go up with?
Maybe like 17, 18 with Mongols, I would say. It depends how much food. Oh, DauT's tier going back as well. That's super unfortunate. This is really not like the map generation so far looking rough for DauT, and also the opening not the greatest. DauT is known for his tier luring skills, though. So it kind of adds up.
Oh, okay. DauT now being forced to go for the mill on the berry, something you don't really want to do if you are Mongols. Oh, and then the deer is going back again.
I think if you look at LaaaAN, LaaaAN would have a perfect mill behind his base. There's deer and berries on the same spot, so that's a perfect mill right there for Mr. LaaaAN. Yeah, there's not too much to say. I mean, DauT's still gonna have a good economy. He's gonna have a couple of deer. He's gonna have 2 boars. Oh, he's messing up his scout movement a little bit here. But yeah, again, it's quite unfortunate. Luckily for him, LaaaAN just lured those 4 deer and then went forward, so he's not gonna abuse those 4 back deer yet.
Will abuse them later when he builds the mill, obviously.
Yeah.
Although he goes for the kind of open mill first at the front, and only then later goes for it. Now villagers here going for the deer here for Mr. DauT. And, well, it's pretty much impossible that DauT wins the game within the first 25 minutes. LaaaAN technically could with his better start.
Indeed, LaaaAN should be looking good for the early advantage here. Also, his scout is going to intercept now DauT's deer lure, and that's also so painful for DauT. LaaaAN seems like he's just passing, or
just passing.
Why would he? Okay, he realized now. This is definitely like huge. This is actually damage. This is actually legit economy damage for DauT.
DauT wants to push in one more and then would run away.
That was a good move by LaaaAN.
That's not the greatest.
Loom is coming in for DauT now. LaaaAN is about to click up himself. Loom coming in for DauT. So I think they're gonna go up on. Well, DauT actually is economy. Is not. Oh, DauT is already way up. They're going up exactly at the same time, exactly the same population. No.
LaaaAN did skip Loom.
Skip Loom.
Greedy boy.
That is ballsy. And he still hasn't made. Oh, he went for the mill, not on the deer.
Yeah, he did go for the open berries first, and will mill the back later, and will then go for the deer, just to have it a bit safer there for the long run. DauT now pushing the 4th one, and well, LaaaAN can go for the greedy approach because he saw the scout of DauT still at home, and also looking at the score, he sees DauT is already.
Indeed. But this could be like, DauT could be like, okay, he's scouting, he might not be luring deer, so he's like, okay, I'm feeling good, I'm luring deer, I should have eco bonus, right? So, nope, it's not the case.
Oh, we'll see. Okay.
I think this, if DauT actually wins this game, it's going to be really impressive, I think.
Then he's like, he overcame an unfortunate map. Yeah. For sure.
And already been down to, actually, he has kind of momentum though. He was down 2-0 and he has won the 2 recent games, so.
You saw the face of LaaaAN after the game.
The pressure is on for LaaaAN here, so.
Both players should kind of know that their opponent cannot be up that much faster, right? Both did play pretty crisp Dark Age and now up with pop 18 relatively, and DauT wants to take the engagement, now goes for it, and LaaaAN takes the first hit, DauT gets out of there, 1-for-1 trade.
DauT needs to sort his eco, has had 2 idle villagers on the wood line now for a while after walling, so they need to get back to work, there we go. Yeah, this is the thing though, your eco now, sure you have a couple hundred food banked up because you had the hunt, but you need to switch onto farm super fast, you need to get your eco rolling because again, there's just so few natural resources here that getting that farm eco rolling is super important early on.
Yeah, and LaaaAN will have all that in the bag, so he can delay that a bit more. Did even go for 2 lumber camp, something that DauT feels isn't the best choice if you go like super early up feudal age.
Yeah, I agree with DauT here. DauT has 6 villagers on wood, so he doesn't need a second lumber camp yet. He wants to use Arvels to make farms, while LaaaAN has already 10 villagers on wood. So that's quite a lot, but I guess it's going to be a smoother farm transition as the game goes on. But yeah, it's a very equal game at the moment. Think we're just gonna transition to a standard scout war game.
DauT only now scouts. Mr. LaaaAN might even take a hit from the spearman. No, gets away there. Another villager. What is he doing at the front there?
Probably just a misclick, I would assume.
Okay.
DauT still hasn't mixed in a spearman, so I mean his woodland is. Oh, he did one on the berries. His woodland is safe, so he doesn't have to invest spearman there. LaaaAN now walled in his whole woodland as well, so he's gonna be nice and safe there.
Idled there as well after the walls. Spearman indeed at the top. Kind of weird
That's
mill.
such a weird mill.
Why did he not build it close to the berries?
Farm space.
Probably.
Well, actually, you can farm around it and make a new mill at the berries. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
DauT now.
No.
On the scout, DauT bringing 3 scouts now, so we should have the scout advantage, but I reckon LaaaN will not stick around.
No, he won't.
Scout has 2 HP, starting scout, but yeah. DauT is now just making villas, not making any extra scouts at the moment, because now it's the time where he needs to get that food eco going. He did make a second lumber camp himself now, has 13 villagers on wood. But yeah, this is just a very stalemate game right now, where both are trying to avoid taking risks. LaaaN is house right now. One thing DauT is actually really good at, I would say maybe even the best in the game, is avoid getting housed.
Okay.
That's something I rarely see happen with him.
Okay. Yeah. At least he's better than you in that regard,
That
for sure.
doesn't take much.
And, well, infantry count now. 2 spearmen here for DauT in the back. He shouldn't take any damage. Should be an easy defense. Scouts 4-4 at the moment, so that is pretty even.
DauT has a 2 villager lead already.
That's weird.
Surprising. Yeah. LaaaN must have...
8 farms.
I think LaaaN honestly sent too many on wood.
5 farms.
Too many on wood too early.
And now he's going for archers. I did cast some games with DauT, and he said, Land Madness? Going for archers? Not really his favorite choice, because map control is so much more important and mobility. But, well, he's adding
But
archers.
the thing is, if you only have 5 scouts and suddenly there's 3 scouts and 4 archers in your base, you don't really have much to do about that.
Pull the boys.
It's the only option.
Ooh,
DauT running right into Spearman, taking at least it was the low HP scout. So honestly, that's even best case scenario there. DauT also moving to gold, but DauT hasn't seen the archer range yet. So he doesn't know this is coming. He really needs to scout that. If he doesn't scout that, he can be caught really off guard. But he's going the right way now, so he's gonna see the archer range, and then he will know what's
Yeah, he
coming
also
his way.
scouted like 6 villagers on gold, so he knew before that.
Yeah.
But now he knows where the archer range is placed and sees that there's no production. Sees also that there will be a raid in his
6
back.
scouts
6 scouts,
He
indeed. A
does have
solid
3.
number.
Oh, looks like LaaaN wants to fight here. Oh, that's actually really
Ballsy gets
ballsy, but does value.
2
DauT still
scouts.
hasn't pulled the 3rd spear he has, standing right next to him. It brings the 2 scouts, so luckily for him, that's gonna buy some time. But DauT still has a spearman chilling there.
Ooh,
Okay,
Now
all
he's
things
putting him over.
considered, I think that went good for DauT.
Yeah, I think so as well. Another villager getting microed back as well. DauT with the nice micro is holding all this. Still 3 villagers ahead. Nice macro by him.
Yeah, LaaaN again was housed early on. Like I said, I think LaaaN just put too many villas on wood too early, so maybe he didn't have the food to continue producing villagers all the time. Nice interception with DauT here, killing off another scout and doing some more damage on. So yeah, all things considered, this is looking good for DauT. He has 2 ranges as well, producing non-stop, so he's actually, I would say, he's ahead in every way.
Yeah, potentially. And he didn't scout his nice back gold here at the left-hand side that I just checked. That could be ugly for him. Needs to move out a bit more in the long run. And now we see double archer range from both players. And, well, Blacksmith is something that could follow pretty soon behind this as well. LaaaN housed again.
Yeah, really. LaaaN has been housed every
5
pops now, pretty much. He's doing a tower as well to secure the wood line and the gold area. I think it's an okay tower. It sort of protects both the gold and the wood, so it should be okay. But it's pretty empty though. It's like you're not really behind yet properly, so it's like you don't have...
I don't see that. He has the hill next to the gold there as well. The wood line is somewhat protected. I think he was absolutely fine.
I'm not sure if I like this as well. LaaaN is sending 4 scout cavalry to raid. DauT doesn't have any. He has 2 spearmen there, so it should be fine. But DauT is sending his whole army forward, so honestly, LaaaN could be caught off guard here, but then again, LaaaN does have a tower at a good timing, and he does have his own units.
DauT goes for everything. Bloodlines here. He's also going for fletching. Spearmen are now diving in. DauT a bit out of position with the spearmen. Sends 1 over. Not the prettiest thing here. 1 going down. Takes some damage. And that's 2 villagers down. But 2 scouts lost as well. DauT now with the dive in.
Yeah, DauT wants to do damage. He's investing a lot into upgrades. And it makes sense.
Oh, he gets squeezed through here. What happened there? That
sick.
overchop was so unfortunate, and now he needs to run out. That was so ugly for Mr. LaaaN. Oh, 1 villager down. Spearman behind this is getting 1 hit off, then loses his life. And DauT, that was a nice pick off by him.
Only 1 villager, or 2 villagers down though, so not the end of the world, but still that DauT is 3 vills ahead. I think DauT killed 1 vill from, LaaaN killed 1 vill from DauT on the farms in the meantime as well at the bottom. Good trade for DauT here again on the top, killing off some archers, trading well. DauT is, he's doing a really good job here.
Bloodlines are so strong in this case as well. Villagers were idle, now some in the TC as you can see. LaaaN 4 behind, +4 idle. DauT's eco at the moment so much better. Resources for LaaaN, close to Castle Age. DauT a bit further away.
But DauT can sit now in idle woodline by sitting behind that forest. LaaaN doesn't have any other wood income. And DauT's eco is looking good. He's doing a market now as well, so he might balance his eco and buy his way up as well. But yeah, the scout investment with the bloodlines might show that it's worth it. DauT's, again, multiple villages ahead. He has pressure still going. LaaaN is reaching an archer count now where he should be able to clean this up because the skirms also don't have armor yet. So you can always just hit and run and go back to the tower. I think honestly DauT should probably get out of there with the scouts and just circumvent, like go around and see if he can do something somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not easy to see, right? He knows, okay, if I leave with my scouts, my rest of the army is getting cleared up. He feels like, okay, maybe some trade-off with the skirms could be pretty solid and just trade off a bit more because he knows crossbowmen could scale pretty well. DauT even squeezes in wheelbarrow before he clicks up 500 food for him.
Very risky. I wonder if LaaaN will go crossbow into cav archers here even. Could be an option. No movement of DauT onto stone yet, so no sign of towers. And that also going for the forward gold, so his economy is potentially very vulnerable as well. DauT is close to clicking up himself though, and honestly I'm not sure what DauT will go for here, but it's looking really good for DauT at the moment, no matter what.
Do you think so?
I think so. He still has the pressure, and LaaaN will have to spend some time. Ooh, LaaaN is going forward. This is such a risky decision here.
I thought so, yeah. That's why I said I'm questioning how far DauT really is ahead, because those crossbowmen, they could be really deadly.
Yeah,
look at that. Go through the gold, go through the woodline.
Yes, but now LaaaN's base is completely exposed. DauT can jump on this and do so much damage here. If DauT knew those archers were down there, he would be in under the gold right away.
Yeah. For everyone who is a bit confused, why are they not walling properly? We cannot wall on this icy area
DauT will
here.
now spot the archers. DauT will run. He will lose his own archers, and then he will know what's up. He will have to fall back. He'll probably have to force rush a tower on his woodline, and this should be like a sign that he should actually send his scout cavalry back. He wants to defend rather than attack here. It's the safe DauT thinking right now. DauT wants to be safe. He's doing a tower quite far back even.
But aren't scouts just evaporating against this?
Yes, that's why I'm confused why he didn't just jump on the tower. Maybe he was expecting there to be +2 and like enough army to defend either way.
He's going back with everything.
This is it's looking quite. The tower might, if he's lucky now, the tower chases the crossbow. Honestly, LaaaN should just run straight through, and that's what he's doing. DauT is doing a mistake. He's targeting like one of the back crossbows. So they're not really.
Oh, he's actually standing trying to micro. I think that's not great.
If the scouts came from the other side now, that could have been a lot of damage. I think DauT will stabilize here. Still has actually village lead is not there anymore. Military lead is still there though, so this should transition into a really close castle age fight.
What a good game
This
to
is
close off the series, man. And so much on the line for both players there as well. Scouts, everything grouping up for DauT at home. He's just waiting for the upgrades. Then has a slight military advantage, very slight villager advantage. Now takes the score lead again.
Imagine how tense it must be for them to play this.
Oh
knowing
god.
That a single mistake
10k viewers, 2-2.
A single mistake can cause them to lose the series and the chance to actually advance to the knockout stage.
Oh man.
I think DauT needs to do elite scrum here as well. LaaaN just has more crossbow numbers right now, and DauT needs elite. Oh, DauT is going cow archers.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I feel about cow archers versus crossbows, but the thing is, DauT is going so out of position. Oh, luckily for him, LaaaN is going back. If LaaaN went down, straight to DauT's economy here.
Oh yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. DauT, this is such a huge risky. This decision.
That's why he kept the scouts there.
Yeah.
That is so ballsy.
It's so ballsy.
Look at that, now he's splitting his scouts again.
Yeah.
He knows that his army, he could completely just die to raid here. That's a perfect... Oh, let's go into his vision. What he sees of the map. Look at that. Scouting at the sides here.
Let's go into his point of view.
Okay.
The thing here for DauT is he's moving up towards the right side, left side of LaaaN's base, and LaaaN's gold is up there, so it's super exposed. We'll see if DauT gets the chance to jump on that, but LaaaN also has a siege workshop, so he might be producing a mangonel anytime soon. But this could be an opportunity for DauT to kill 3, 4, 5 villagers if he actually go. He's not going to the gold. He showed his army, and that means that.
Yeah, and now he sees the siege workshop. Siege workshop actually is not producing anything, but that's something he does not know. Gets one kill and well has to retreat.
Indeed, DauT is now up on the gold next to LaaaN's base, so he's hiding the gold. That's something, but LaaaN of course does have a second gold. LaaaN is pulling his whole crossbow army back though. So this actually buys a lot of time for DauT to just start developing his economy. He's doing a town center. He's gonna go do a second town center probably before a potential siege workshop. LaaaN went for the ultimate safe choice there, siege workshop before any more economy, and that's gonna honestly put LaaaN behind an economy. And I think this is looking good for DauT.
LaaaN also only now with Wheelbarrow. DauT, as we know, did it even before going to Castle Age, so his economy behind this was a bit better. And, well, Scout sees a lot of stuff here at the right side, gets the kill. And, well, he knows LaaaN is running out of his woodline pretty soon. And where's LaaaN going after this?
I don't know, like, for DauT now, he should camp the hill and trade as much as he can with those crossbows. He has cow archers behind this with bloodlines already from Feudal Age, so DauT's decisions now are being spot on. He's doing a good job microing here as well, just trading as much as he can. Actually, this is looking perfect for DauT.
Oh,
Disengage is all the damage he would ask for. If he can trade at least 5 more crossbows, he should be happy with this trade. In the meantime, cow archers coming on the right side, picking up more crossbows. Only thing with DauT is he's missing second armor upgrade, but so does LaaaN. This is great trade again. Oh, he's about... The scout is on the town center on the right side as well.
Yeah,
so the cow archers might be killing a couple of villagers. This is looking so good for DauT.
Oh god, and that will be 2-3 dead villagers. He might even need to pull those villagers away, or will he get the GC?
No, he should not pull them, but he will lose at least 2-3 here if DauT micros correctly.
Oh, okay.
In the meantime, DauT did lose his whole army on top side, didn't really trade too well. I think that was mismicroing a little bit here. Good dodge by LaaaN there, so that could have been way worse for LaaaN than it turned out. LaaaN does have a military lead now, but he's behind 11 villagers, so as long as DauT just survives...
Yeah, and that army will take ages to get to the other side. So indeed, villager count is just so much better here for DauT. He is in control. Left-hand side, he's getting the TC up. He's getting the siege workshop up behind this. I think this is looking good for DauT, although he's behind in score.
The score is such a liar right now. He has 15 more villagers. I think he's going for even a 4th town center with the 4 villagers in the bottom right.
Are you kidding me?
And
really?
I think that's what he's going for.
Well, he has the resources, so only makes sense, right? Isn't
And
too far
honestly-
away from getting a castle as well.
Oh, the crossbow coming. If he gets one mangonel out, his army is also better than LaaaN's. LaaaN's is making elite skirmishers, and DauT already has mangonel on the way, so perfect situation for DauT here.
I think Land Madness might be the worst map for elite skirmishers in the map pool. Thoughts?
It depends.
It just comes down so much to mobility on this map.
It does, but your skirms can also be such an offensive tool, depending on the situation in the game. Again, DauT has town centers now everywhere. Like, his base is so protected on the right side as well. There's mangonel there ready to pounce. This should be huge for DauT. He should save as many villagers. He lost one village, that's fine, but the DauT needs to micro. He has 15 cow archers against 16 crossbowmen, but DauT also has a mangonel. This should be a cleanup for DauT with proper micro.
Okay, let's take a look. First shot coming in. Oh, where's the other CA going? CA! Didn't they know? Oh, that was a good one though.
Okay, now
Mangonel is going
honestly,
down.
DauT should go back. Wait for another mangonel to pop. Don't fight. Wait, go back. Why is DauT fighting? I mean, he will clean it up, but he could have waited for the mangonel taking a better trade.
And some more CA now dying. 3 CAs down, and yeah, those are 3 more CAs than he needed to lose.
And look at LaaaN coming on the right side. DauT already has a town center there. There's nothing to do. And if you look at LaaaN's base himself, his wood line is running out. He has 2 town centers only. He's got to be like, he has now seen DauT has 4 town centers. He has seen 4 town centers with DauT. He's got to know that he has to do something here.
Oh man, and yeah, that is just so incredibly intense here for DauT. Some crossman, or one crossman, some spearman in the back, goes for another lumber camp. And LaaaN, his goal kind of was, okay, I need to do damage, I need to make something happen. And now going back and only sending 1 mangonel forward, that can never win you the game in the next minutes.
But that's the thing, LaaaN, he probably looks at the score and thinks, okay, maybe I'm not that far behind. But LaaaN honestly is in a position where he has to go all in. He has to do something.
That could be bad against the mangonel. No, the patrol came in time.
Don't think either of them has ballistics either, so... Oh wait, there's a university for LaaaN, so maybe.
DauT doesn't look like he has it. Okay, mangonel short now. DauT moves to the side, is trying to dance off here. Looks like a good ground attack, but LaaaN dodges it. That is the low ping Age of Empires 2 delivers for you.
Indeed, DauT is moving more villagers to stone behind this, so he wants to make that transition to Mangudai. He also is in a good spot economically. He wants to transition to Imperial Age now and just play the Mongol powerhouse, which is the
ground attack,
Mangudai.
give me ground attack. No.
DauT is just spreading out, like he wants to be safe. He's going to use the Mangonels to defend, and he's probably going to send his cowards around to try and counterattack. And honestly, that should be the perfect decision.
Yeah, goes on to stone as well. Shouldn't be too far away from getting a cast up. 500 stone now, and then Mangudai play, as we saw in the Hera Yo series yesterday. deciding the game.
Indeed, there's a 20 villager difference at the moment. And 20 vills in a Mongols war, that is quite significant.
Yeah, even if you don't get the Mangodai numbers, which DauT actually should, just adding like 15 more farmers and getting the Hussar numbers high would be really good. Now the dance
great
here.
Mangonite shot here from LaaaaaN. He's gonna... it's gonna be one.
Oh, the villager's blocking!
Yeah.
Traitor villager! I would delete that villager, honestly. If that was on stream, like, I would so kill him. Oh, God. Oh, nice ground check at the side, though. Gets a solid hit here. Let's take a look. Do we get a second one?
not a
Then it's
good
going for
shot.
some slot, and yeah, that was a
he's
good
gonna
one.
repair it as well, so that's gonna be... he's showing where he's shooting. That's not... Oh, still got a good shot.
Oh, God.
And there's... This is...
And 3 villagers repairing, and now only he goes for the villagers.
Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. I thought that would be I thought that would be a huge shot. Oh, there's still a chance. What? Okay, that's a great micro by LaaaaaN.
Okay, yeah, he did dodge quite a bit, did kill 5-6 villagers after this, but still lost a lot of his army. DauT is now coming back and gets the kill.
Village difference now is 15. LaaaaaN could still grab 2-3 before he goes out here. DauT might be inclined to add some scorpions here, actually. Could have been very helpful, but of course DauT is going to clean it up now. Still, only 9 villager lead now.
Oh,
so this attack
happened?
has certainly done a lot.
Yeah, certainly.
DauT is now dropping castle. The reason this happened is because DauT has been idling his town centers because he wants to go where?
Into the quarterfinals?
As well. He wants
and
to
to Imperial Age!
Indeed. And LaaaaaN, if you check LaaaN's resources, which you have up on the screen right now, 160 food. DauT has 1200 food, 800 gold, so he's ready to go to Castle Age. And yeah, this is just looking... DauT is looking in prime position to do the reverse sweep. He was down 2-0.
Oh boy. And like with really shaky games as well, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's like not only a testament to his skill, but also his mindset.
Yeah, that is like being in a position like that, being down 2-0, and every single game is a match point for you.
Like a true tyrant.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's really mentally challenging to actually play properly and play safe and not... Like you have to balance the fact of playing safe versus overly safe, which can hurt you. And DauT has done a good job with that right now.
Yeah, he is spreading so nicely, gets so much more control. He will build the castle at the left-hand side and is getting a nice raid in here. Skirms are coming over, will probably clear it up at some point, but DauT, he wants to make it his beautiful play, and well, he can play some solid Mongols there with Mangodais and Hussars.
Indeed, and these cow archers don't matter for DauT anymore. He's going to switch to Mangodais, so he's not going to upgrade these cavalry archers to heavy cavalry archers. So he just wants to pick as many villagers as he can before those goes down. LaaaaaN is actually on the way to Imp as well, so he must have used the market because he had a lot of gold in the bank and not too much food. There's a 12 villager difference, so I guess it's still gonna be not gonna end within early Imperial Age.
LaaaaaN only has 13 villagers on food at the moment? What's happening here?
Market use.
No, but like,
Yeah, I don't know.
he should have more than that, right?
He's been hunting some deer though. He has
that
villagers
much.
here and there hunting deer. LaaaaaN has 2 castles, DauT has 2 castles.
Ground attack there against the CA. Give me a
Indeed.
second one. He
Another
gives me a second one.
Nice. And a spearman there doing some
Pokey
damage.
poke.
Third one killing his own spearman.
Oh.
Almost.
Okay.
Yeah, he has Mangodai in the back now, gonna clean that up. LaaaaaN is still missing upgrades though, like Bloodlines for example, so DauT still has an upgrade advantage in that regard.
Plus the defense missing for both, as we mentioned earlier. No one really did catch up with that one. So let's take a look. Castles. Where does DauT have his? So one here, one over there. LaaaaaN, Bosmore at the top. No third one, but oh, I think there will be a third one that looks pretty sweet.
I think that might be a mistake though. The main point is like both his first castles are on the top side, and DauT does have a castle on the left side, and he does have a nice hill that he can attack from as well. DauT is adding an archer range. Does he want to mix in skirms? Well, if any of them can afford mixing in skirms as well, it's going to be DauT, so it might be a good decision.
Well, we are always talking like DauT's eco so much ahead. It is only 16 villagers, so
Yeah.
I think LaaaaaN will be caught up in 2-3 minutes with that.
But I think DauT has had more efficient eco for longer term, and also DauT's eco is more balanced. LaaaaaN has a lot of villages on stone as well. Actually, yeah, it's fine. DauT doing a second castle now. I think this top castle of LaaaaaN is going to be the first target, and I don't see a way for LaaaaaN to save that.
Yeah.
And the problem is, once one castle goes down, it hurts your production, it might snowball, and suddenly another castle, and you can't get out enough Mangodai. DauT is sending his own Mangodai to deal with the raid on the bottom side. Again, DauT has better upgrades still. He has
Bracer and Bloodlines.
Bracer now, he has Bloodlines, he also has Husbandry. I'm not sure if LaaaaaN has that yet.
And he's getting all the rest as well.
Yeah.
Chemistry flying in, Thumbring flying in, the +2 defense. Only Patreon Tactics missing. Now takes
And
the
the
fight even a bit with the hill. And yeah, both still with Castle Age Mango Dice. Castle indeed is falling. Let's take a look. LaaaaaN, he is heavily repairing. 720 stone, but honestly, is that really buying him that much time?
It's not really, but then again, like, you don't want to lose the castle that fast, so he can just like continue. DauT might be ready to drop his own castle again, and yeah, this castle is real rough for LaaaaaN. I like the skirm addition here from DauT actually. He has 6 skirms, so that means if LaaaaaN is gonna run in and try to grab those trebs, he's gonna have to pay with a couple of mango dice for that. LaaaaaN is making his own castle, another castle now, just a little bit further back. Because he knows that there are so many resources here as well, a lot of his economy is there, he cannot let DauT just completely take over this area.
Oh man, and this is how this map should be played. Impossible to wall. Everyone has to spread everywhere to get to the extra gold and stone spot. Map control rewarded endlessly. And for everyone who doesn't know this map, we are playing this one without relics though.
Indeed, there are no relics here. No sign of elite mango dive for either player yet. LaaaaaN doesn't have armor upgrades, he doesn't have Thumbring yet, so even a fight like this, DauT should still trade very well, even though he has less mango dive.
Yeah, skirms +4, +2, not the worst thing ever, and well, at least he did catch up. Oh, DauT only now with ballistic, something he normally tries to do before Loom.
Indeed. It's surprising that he hasn't had that yet.
Okay. Conscription now behind this Mango Dice skirm production on the other side. Only Mango Dice. I think I want to take a look at the POVs again, because now it's getting really intense where we see all the macros. So DauT grouping up with all his Mango Dice and tries to find another angle. Feels like, okay, I sniped the castle at the top. Let's snipe another castle at the bottom.
So also grabbing a couple of villagers in the middle of LaaaaaN taking stone, and no sign of elite. Oh, DauT is now doing elite mango dive. Finally he can afford it, and once that kicks in,
he can start taking fights.
LaaaaaN is like LaaaaaN is struggling to afford elite mango dive. He's struggling with production. He already lost a castle. He has to make every single route move and every single fight now count for him. It's like a single mistake now for him where a fight snowballs a little bit in the wrong direction, and this game is over for LaaaaaN.
You see how he's already pulling villagers there.
Yeah, he
as well
knows.
next to the castle. Now clicks up elite mango die, and he has an intense phase on as well.
Well, knowing this is gotta hurt for him. He knows he was up 2-0, and like the first 2 games were super well played by him as well. And then the Persians on cross was a little bit. Of course, the map was a little bit shaky. So his strategy was a little bit wacky there as well. Then you have the golden pit game.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit weird decision making there as well. And then he was forced into this match where pressure is on. Like, I don't think this is probably the most important match he has ever played.
Yeah, indeed. For a lot of money in front of 10,000 viewers.
Indeed.
And, well, yeah, also, like, even if it was in a vacuum, like, the series was his, kind of.
Yeah. When you're up 2-0, you never expect to lose a best of 5. That's like,
I do. But okay,
most people.
Others don't. Okay. I'm always surprised if I'm ahead 2-0, so that's something different. Okay, so we might actually lose both castles. Big difference is also we have masonry for Mr. DauT. LaaaaaN is still lacking that, something I really hate for him.
Yeah, another thing to look at right now is that DauT is already starting to transition to Hussar as well, so he has the economy to support that. He's maxed out. LaaaaaN is sitting at 160 at the moment. I mean, LaaaaaN still has a chance. He has less villagers, so if he doesn't make more bills and maxes out, in theory he could have a bigger army, which means he can probably hold on. But if you look at the top side here, DauT is coming in with a great raid. He's doing a castle there to control a lot of resources, killing a lot of villagers of LaaaaaN, and this is so painful for LaaaaaN.
Where did our safe castle DauT go? Uh-oh, he
This
didn't
is a
build
safe
it very...
castle, actually.
Well,
He has enough army, he has everything there. That's as safe as it gets.
okay, maybe for you.
And LaaaaaN, what is his reaction? He pulls every single unit he has up to the top, and then DauT
He goes for the king snipe.
DauT jumps right away on the opportunity to take more damage, take out the castle, and then LaaaaaN has to come back again, and LaaaaaN is just like in a position where like he feels like no matter what he does, it doesn't work.
He needs to take fights on hills, couldn't even get any villagers there, lost 3 more mango dice even, and just needs to run. Still does not have Patreon tactics, something that DauT has. Will snag some villagers, raids at the top. Now, oh god, so many dots everywhere, and those players have to macro to their absolute best.
Indeed. At the moment, DauT still has the most economy though to continue macroing. He can take some losses, he can take some portraits,
because he has the economy to back up the production. If you look at the minimap, the amount red is being cornered, and we know that the resources on the right side of his main starting base is actually gone. So there's not a castle coming from DauT. Just he's taking all the small hills. He always makes fun of me about placing castles on hills, but he's taking some tips.
And that's also like the perfect spot to launch more attacks with the traps, right? If they're here, they can shoot stuff for days, take out another castle, completely idle that, and that's like 40 villagers or something in this screen here as well.
Indeed, it's a ramp pretty much into lands.
And another castle. How much stone does this guy have?
A lot. These are pretty much two castles that are ramps into land's economy. And LaaaN, what is LaaaN doing? He's focusing on cleaning a castle on the top side with one trap and his whole Mangudai army.
Oh,
he's just sitting there, not being able to do anything, while DauT is squeezing more and more from every angle. This has been a great game from DauT.
Oh god, such a great map awareness. He is attacking everywhere. He is just protecting those traps to perfection. Villagers now moving forward, building another siege workshop. Maybe ram attack might be around the corner as well. Yeah, the skirmishes were cleared up, but actually, that is something that your fanboy is always saying. He lost the army just to build a better army.
That's one way to do things. Not a castle down to LaaaN. Again, DauT is just repairing the top castle, so one trebuchet isn't even enough to take that out. There's a second trap there for LaaaN, but again, it's like, okay, this is it. LaaaN tries to take the hill and is trying to take a good fight. Honestly, if I was DauT, I might even just fight that, just to lower the numbers. But DauT, safe DauT. He's playing safe. He's not taking a risk, he's bringing LaaaN down to the same ground. You know what Obi-Wan always said?
47 to 30 Mangudais. Yeah, that's indeed what he said. And maybe DauT. Oh yeah, he even tagged Onagers behind this.
Wow.
What happened here?
He has so many resources. LaaaN's reaction is dropping 4 more archery ranges, probably transitioning to skirms, while LaaaN again sends his whole army to the top side, trying to clean that castle still. And DauT is just repairing, buying time, because DauT has endless resources. In the meantime, DauT is pushing into the heart of LaaaN's economy, and there is simply no return for LaaaN here, and I think LaaaN knows it. I feel bad for LaaaN. He played such a great series, and he has really brought DauT. Very few people have made DauT have to try as hard as he has tried today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no matter how this ends, I think LaaaN should be proud of his performance.
People out of the top 20 in the world would have just gotten smashed and would have lost the first 2 games that LaaaN won. This game was incredibly good, and he's going for the kill. Mangudais are here, the Onagers are connecting, and it is GG. DauT is taking this serious. LaaaN isn't happy, but he
has a smile on his face. I think he still enjoyed the series, and he's probably frustrated and annoyed with himself that he let this slip. But I still think, when he sits at a hotel tonight, he's gonna sit there and be like, "Damn, I really played well today."
Absolutely, and he clearly gained some fans today, and that was a beautiful series. The pressure was on. The games were high. The games were entertaining. The games were diverse. I couldn't be happier.
Yeah. Like if a series goes like 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, it's not as exciting, right? But when there's 2-0
against the Lord,
those 3 games in a row, a single mistake costs you your tournament life.
Oh man, the pressure was on, and well, let's take a look at the statistics here. Military, we had KT somewhat even, but in the end there was so many villagers dying, so many skirmishes. I think it was like even 100 to 100 at one point. But economy, prepare for something that shouldn't be even close.
Good to see DauT and LaaaN as well, like kind of hugging, clapping each other's back. That shows respect. They respect each other. Yeah, and you see in the back T90 actually there hugging Mr. DauT. He is happy, and let's go through the rest of the statistics quickly.
I think we do a triple interview. I think it makes sense. Well, we are both leaving anyways, and yeah, more villagers there.
Well,
7 classes
next
in the
series.
end. Oh, okay, then I will do the interview obviously, and you will set yourself up. Yeah, then good that I wrote all the questions down, and hui.
Yeah, I think this also shows that. So in theory, I think LaaaN is pretty much doesn't have much of a chance to qualify now. There might be a theoretical chance, but I don't think so. But either way, this series shows that no matter what, whoever gets LaaaN in the next round
He's not going to be in for an easy ride.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. And it has to be someone out of the center pack, right?
Yeah,
Because he already had the buy, and it is Cross as number 4 and Land Madness with a beautiful game number 5. I prepared my questions. You will do the outro. Will wish yourself luck in the next series, and I will take DauT for the interview.
Which one is the stream now?
The right side.
That's the stream.
Always
Okay.
the program.
The program is the... okay, I gotcha. All right. This feels like the start of the stream, like when I came here. Super prepared. I'm ready to do this. Yeah, I have to play the next series against Max, so hopefully the outro isn't too long. But hope you guys enjoyed the series. It was a really good series, actually. Impressive that our Lord is still in it, so that's awesome to see. Hope you guys stick around. Hope you enjoy the show and continue to do it, because we are only like halfway through. It's going to be a lot of good streams all the way until the Sunday evening. So I think Nili is just about ready. We see DauT getting his big butt on the seat, handing over a microphone, and I think we are not yet, because over the guy is standing like this. So I think I have to sit here a little bit more and look awkwardly into the camera. And now we can pass you on. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the interview with our Lord and Savior.
Testing.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, that's how you communicate.
Yeah, go. DauT, what a 6-6 series you against LaaaaaN there. You did go to distance. How do you feel?
But I feel tired and happy that I won, obviously, but mostly tired.
Mostly tired. You...
Tough series.
Yeah. What?
Look at this guy. He's not easy to beat.
He is not easy to beat. Like, let's just jump ahead. You were down 2-0. How did you feel there? Were you scared?
I tend to be down 2-0 a lot lately. It's not a big deal. I mean, I know if I play correct, I will win. Obviously, with only having the 1 match point, mistakes happen and he will punish that. Obviously, that's the scary part. But
The microphone.
But in the end, it worked out. The gold rush, the golden pit was the scariest one. I like, if he controls the middle, I'm dead. And he got Tastics, and I was like scared the whole game basically.
Okay. Well, we don't. Let's go match by match, right? It was Arabia to begin with. We had, what was it?
It was Malians against Burmese.
Malians against Burmese. Were you surprised by his stiff choice?
Aren't you surprised, Burmese? First time ever.
Yeah.
So why do you ask me? It's surprising.
Yeah.
It's definitely surprising. I'm not sure he expected me to play Malians. It's a decent counter in Mana Transfer, but normally I would do either Chinese or Mayans, but...
Why did you go for Malians?
TaToH debated me.
What happened there?
TaToH like the best Mana Transfer opening in the game. But everybody's playing Aztecs.
And how did that work out for you?
Not good. Well, the problem is Malians don't have the good units against Liereyy. Not a single good unit. There is no way to win.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do all the upgrades instantly, do the pressure, but he already prepared with the castle, towers, siege onagers, so I couldn't break him in. And obviously, if I solved the sneak, game would be equal for some time, but in the end, I would still lose. There is no way.
What sneak do you mean? The
On the
tower, the castle on the hill
2
there?
castles.
Yeah. That was so good. We
Yeah.
were expecting the frontal push there, and he got that nice strategic hill.
I was like always moving, so I was surprised that he got away there. But it's not like I was passive. I was like trying to control the map, but that boy, he took the risk. Did he send only 1 villager or?
No. It was a group. It was a group there. Yeah. He built a full base there, and then we went into Fortress, your home map, and you had an interesting Civ matchup against you. You picked Malians.
Everybody knows what I'm gonna play. Lithuanians now all the time. I just said.
What were your thoughts after you saw Vietnamese?
This is the first time I played that.
Okay.
To be honest, after 20 years of the game, I first time saw the red Raptors in action, and they're no joke, man.
They're no joke. And, well, who screwed up there? DauT? Okay, just throw everything away. He Oh, Viper's not happy
look,
that DauT didn't put his gear away.
I will put my gear away. But this guy is...
I'm demanding.
Yeah.
So, but we had the restart. So you already had 10 minutes to think about the game. Then you had the restart.
It doesn't
And-
matter if I don't know if actually is better. We can miss it 20 times. Maybe if I went in the scenario and test it out.
Okay. So like checking stats or like knowing how good they perform.
Well, I
where-
know obviously the Rat and Archers are the amazing counters to the Archers, but so are the Plum Archers. So
Yeah.
I would think like they even though it's Rat and Archers a bit slower but more tankier. But oh boy, are they tankier!
you only take 1 damage. The question was for us, like we kind of felt, okay, you open Plumed Archers and then transition into Eagles.
Well, I know the Eagles are not actually the best against Rat and Archers, and that was actually on Wobbly. Now on deep patting, it's probably even worse.
Probably.
It was desperate move to go to the Eagles in the end.
Yeah, we felt like maybe 10 plumes to open up, fight for the relics, and then going into Eagles early on could have been an option for you. Oh god, and I have to ask you,
King Snipe.
well, not the tower snipe. King survived out.
Well, attempt to King Snipe.
Okay.
No, actually, didn't want to King Snipe. I want to raid. Like, the fun fact is, in the group, I had those 20 Eagles and like 10 Plum Archers. And they was like, should I raid with Plum Archers? No, they will just die to towers, and they went back. Then when he hit, they called me on, why there is a flag in that tower? And maybe something is inside, something fat and fast, and yeah. There was no way to kill it with Eagles.
Yeah. You know, you ran away and you were like,
But this was like 50-50 chance though I said Plums as well or not to raid, and
you would have won the game
Yeah.
right there. And then you went into Golden Pit and you said the pressure was really on. You had Britons and he had Aztecs. What was your game plan?
my game plan was thinking that he will go Mayans actually, and that we will go crossbow war, and that I will out micro him.
You will out micro.
Oh, yeah. That
game
was the plan. That was the plan. He surprised me with the Aztec pick, but my map was really, really solid. And when he pressured me, I kind of panicked. Like I was indecisive what to do. I had so many options. Like I could even say feudal with scouts, destroy that, or whatever. And I just bent from the longboat. Like the safest one, which I normally wouldn't do if it was like rated game. Here, like last deciding game, didn't want to take the chances.
Yeah, I can see that. We also felt that you they kind of switched gears a bit and played super safe, super standard, and then we had the one move that could have swung or swing? What's the past tense of swing? No idea. Well, it could have gone either way, is what I wanted to say. You rushing down with the castle and he's building the castle as well.
Well, when I saw he's making the castle, that was it. Now or never. If I retreat, then I'm dead. So now or never. I had like 20 villagers sent already, and I had more army. I like the worst case scenario, we both get the castle and he lose more villagers.
Well, the worst scenario is he builds one palisade and you can't build your castle anywhere.
Tell him that. That's. Is it possible to do it that fast? Like
Well,
villagers will not trade
just a
yet.
gate or
He
something.
didn't have the.
He was there with the vision, right?
But
or just have
wouldn't
one
they
unit
have
in
like
front
the
of it?
space somewhere behind? I cannot imagine the
Yeah.
map.
No,
right
on
now.
the hill you can't really walk.
Yeah, but
to
like
the castles.
little tiles behind, I cannot imagine.
Yeah,
But obviously
yeah,
it would
yeah.
help, like against DauT. But
Yeah. And then we went. Finally, win for you, and the momentum was switching a bit. And then we went into cross. Japanese against Persian. There was one moment where you did a lot of damage and didn't see a raid for like
I
endless
was
amount
like,
of time.
did he transport or what? How did that happen? I didn't get the alert. I didn't see. I was like completely blind. I was thinking game is over. I finished bomb. I have everything.
Yeah,
Even
like-
kill the forward. Like game is over. Get out.
Yeah, but you still managed to get up to 4 pawns at one moment.
Yeah. That was like I would get that either way. That was the plan. After he screwed up his forward, there was no way for him to come back and contest the water. And also, I had probably more fish bomb in my main lake as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you were slightly ahead with that. And then final game. How do you prepare yourself after like 4 super intense games going into what most likely is going to be a mirror matchup?
I click ready. How do I prepare myself? I click ready and I hope for the best.
Okay.
How do you prepare? Like in 2 minutes. You cannot now make strategies. I know it's Mongol war.
Okay. Then going into the Mongol War, your map wasn't actually that great. You didn't have any deer patch close to berries and
I
had
was
to push
so mad at the
them.
beginning. I was so mad. Like usually have 2 deers, like one that far away that I push and one really close. Missing.
You have 2 patches right next to Sansan.
Yeah,
Look
Viper
at
just
the-
saying that you had two patches he had
Unfair, man.
two patches
You really
very,
want
very
me out to
close.
this tournament, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave the other one
Well,
admin
how did you
restart.
would I know that? Did he got a good map?
Oh god. And when did you feel like things were going your way in the Land Madness game?
When I started trading better against his feudal age army in corner of his woodline, I knew he was up faster and I knew he would counter attack, but I don't know. Just me. I'm being dumb. I need to see it with my eyes, not just to make tower instantly, and then he would do much less damage. Basically, no villager kills. But I had to see it and then react, and that cost me a little bit.
Yeah.
But after cleaning that all up and after I placed 2 TCs, I felt like I got this. I think I had a really big experience on Land Madness from the NAC 2.
Yeah, I think so as well. It was a different civilization, obviously. We mainly played Franks there, but still, yeah, it is just expanding. You built your TCs pretty
exactly.
nicely. You had all the map control, castles everywhere.
It's
did
all
a
about
castle
that,
snipe
exactly.
here, castle snipe there, and he like had too many fires to put out.
Exactly. Like on Land Madness, you don't want one main fight. You want fights all over the place. And that's what I learned from NAC 2 qualifiers.
You delivered indeed. And well, now I think you still need to win your series tomorrow.
Against
Or-
who? Do we know that?
No, we don't know. That will be something for the evening. But, well, thank you so much, DauT. It was a great series, and you deserve your shisha today.
I do. And thank you, Nili. And also, LaaaaaN. Good games. And also, I have to say, first time I met him, he's a really nice guy. Online, he sounds like a bit arrogant and idiot, but no. He's super nice.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Yeah, so sweet. And I will just hand it over to Overlay Guy for whatever he is doing. I have no idea. There might be an interview with TheMax. It might be just couch cam. It might just be... the sound of the Max interview is low. So we will hand you over to an interview with the Max. We'll talk about things that aren't Age of Empires 2. It will be low in the sound audio though, but just turn it up and Overlay Guy will then blast you with the
I'm
thing
still
that
here.
happens afterwards. Because I did something super rude the other day. I did the same thing as well, and in between I realized Villese was sitting here, and I was like, let's go for this. By the way, you can go. And moved over there, and it was so disrespectful. So I just said you here.
You can be
and
disrespectful to me.
You're good for the camera as well.
Okay. Thank you.
So let's see the interview, guys. Enjoy.